Katie tried. I was halfway crucified. I was on the other side of no tomorrow.
Welcome back to Mystery Titans Theater. My name is Travis Walash, and I'm going to get rid of these floating meeting controls, and we're going to say hello to this liver-lipped bastard, the member of the Cream Team. I am joined, as always, with your buddy and mine, Johnny Hedgepeth. Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing good.
And as always, also we have the Chief J historian, the Ken Burns of Wrestling, the Third Brain Buster, Kelly Nelson. Kelly, how are you?
Doing great. This is going to be a great one.
Yeah, and that's why I left you last, because I'd like you to do the honors in introducing our guest tonight, pal.
Okay. So our guest tonight, sort of a last-minute fill-in, but I've been buttering him up for an appearance for quite a while.
Finally.
Yeah, I've
Reeled him in. The fish took the bait.
15 years back to the University of Victoria, in Victoria on Vancouver Island. Moss Scheurkogul. Someone we kind of bonded over wrestling in a lot of ways. He was a lapsed fan at the time. He was a fan during the Attitude Era, and I was at the peak of my WWE DVD collecting, so we watched a lot of that. I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you, Kelly, for attempting to pronounce my name. Travis, I really like how you dodged that. You said Kelly.
Kelly wrote it out phonetically for me.
I'm a high school teacher, and so I make kids say that every single day. And yeah, it was while we were at teaching school at UVic that I met Kelly. And he was the only yutz that I could find that was still interested in wrestling after all my friends had long since grown out of it. Good grief.
Yeah.
And somehow, just when I thought I was out,
Yeah.
they dragged me back in.
There it is.
Had a brief resurgence of watching there with Kelly. I've largely lost track of wrestling in the last decade here, but good grief, is it good to be on a show like this and to be able to, just like we were saying in the pre-show, get back to our roots, revisit our roots. Very excited for this tonight.
Oh yeah, we'll see how you feel in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 hours of dick and cum jokes.
Well, it's changed. It used to be thick and
Only
fart.
an hour, maybe.
Well, I thought about it.
That's your 2025.
Oh, no, let's think about it. We really don't make a lot of fart jokes, but we're constantly making ropes jokes. So,
Yeah. Well, one of us is.
But yeah, one of us.
Well, I mean, I did. I looked at the recording time. I looked at okay, all right, I'm blocking off 3 hours for this. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to prepare at all.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, no, that's
everything
that's
everything I need to know. I will figure that out on the job.
Well, this may be a bit difficult to figure out. This is our long con segment. Had to do it right at the beginning this time.
That's good. It's like the cartoon before the main feature.
Yeah, we got a full show coming up, and there would be no other way to squeeze it in.
This is
Basically,
a wrestling match.
Yeah, it's a wrestling match from 1981. This is actually the era that Johnny and I talked about a lot on Titans of Wrestling back in the day. But what happened was Killer Khan died about a year ago, and we did a tribute to him. And then the next show, it just happened that there was another Killer Khan match on it.
Yeah.
So then for this next one after that, I purposely picked a Khan match, so we had 3 in a row. And ever since, we've been watching at least one Khan match or segment or whatever. So it's been going on for a year now.
That's great. What a bit.
The long con.
Yeah.
We even watched the footage of him not too soon before he died as an old man in his restaurant singing a Christmas carol.
That's all right. Yeah.
That's sweet. That's kind of touching.
Yeah.
He's against Rick McGraw here. This was during the feud with Andre the Giant.
A jobber. Are we going to see Rick McGraw later tonight? Is he on the
no, he was unfortunately dead by 1986.
Okay.
I'm sure he was dead by then, right?
Nice. Pretty insensitive, Travis.
Hard to tell with wrestlers.
I remember
flies.
as a kid watching, I'd see Rick McGraw and I'd think, why don't they make him a winner? He's so jacked.
Yeah,
and
the
then
crowd loved him on these shows.
Well, and then though, before he died, he got so jacked that I remember watching and going, he's a short guy, and he's just like can't move, ridiculously jacked. And he was also hooked on all of the drugs.
Pretty much.
He was like he was one of the first wrestling deaths.
Yeah.
From drugs that you heard about.
Yeah.
But Bret Hart said they used to be like sitting at dinner and he would pass out with his face
in his food. Yeah, it was sad.
I mean, it's happened, of course it's happened to all of us, right? At one time or another, but not consistently.
It's called living.
Called
living, man.
Not enough to be worth talking about after. So who's the ref? We got his name?
Yes, Johnny can tell you.
Okay, it's Dick Worley.
Wow.
And when I was younger, I liked
He's on
Dick
the
Worley.
concrete.
Yeah, I know. Dick Worley is he looks like Popeye. And he's old and he's jacked. And he has like his special ref pants that are flared at the bottom and with like white and black and everything. And he's always kind of makes himself like a character. And so therefore I hate him. But that hate has gotten overblown because as far as a referee goes, he's a good referee.
Sure.
He knows what he's doing. I just don't like referees who want a spotlight on themselves.
Well, that's why I asked, because even just there, I could tell. All right, this guy's got some. He's got some.
What did they call it? Is it count out?
I guess so.
Nice.
I think Worley just said he can't take anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
like you said, those knees on the concrete. That looked
That's
bad.
a great way to end.
He would
match too.
Never do that. His finishing move with the knee drop off the top rope. But this was they were building towards a stretcher match between Khan and Andre. So
got some more for you. Ain't finished my damn sight. Called the
Oh,
long con, not the short con.
Don't do it. He's had enough.
He's trying to scare him straight off drugs. Khan's,
it didn't work.
He's just
you
trying to
killed
help.
him.
Tough love. Yeah.
Oh, there's Zahorian.
Stretcher.
There's Zahorian in his
and
doctor outfit.
Out of the Three Stooges.
I got the feet, Phillips. I'll carry the feet.
I'll just watch.
Ugh. So yeah, that's
my prognosis.
Drugs. That's the Zahorian. That's the drug doctor, the steroid guy. He wanted to be part of the show as the doctor, and so he'd wear a lab coat and a stethoscope. Oh, it was terrible. Hey,
right, tell us about these two, Kelly.
Well, this was I knew we just needed to add a little bit more time to tonight's show. And this came up on my YouTube feed like a week ago or less, and it's rare footage. There's not much footage out there. They were in the 70s. They were a significant attraction in wrestling. The world's fattest twins. Billy and
are these the one who ride the bike?
Yes,
from
they
that
also
picture?
rode
Yeah.
the
Kelly. I mean, Travis. I was about to say maybe you'd recognize them on their motorcycles.
Yeah, that's they're more recognizable for that. I was on an episode of The Simpsons, but yeah, they wrestled for most of the 70s, not full time or anything.
What a thing!
If they were around now, they'd be great in ads for Saks underwear. You know how they have that balls pouch? That's the number one thing I'm thinking right now.
So
it's such a thing. Just look at that.
That's CGI.
Oh yeah,
can't be real.
That's AI art.
Yeah,
they look like those old toys you get, the inflatable things with the sand at the bottom with the bear on. They can punch.
Or it's like half of a mascot outfit.
There, when they zoom in the camera and they cut off the legs. Yeah. It does. It looks like a little like a wobbly bag.
They should have put out bean bags.
They were amongst the many victims of Willy Wonka. They only went up half.
Yes.
Poor Violet went full round.
So a little historical curiosity.
Here we go. As we said, going back to our roots, this is what Mystery Titans Theater was even before I got to be a part of it. And then when we brought it back, it was these old house shows. And this looks like it's really clean footage.
1986.
Let's go. At the Garden.
Yeah, Boston Garden.
Somebody's dolled up.
Gorilla and Lord Al. Yeah, we haven't watched this one before. I've been saving this one for a while.
Okay, Travis,
Yeah.
Gorilla just mentioned that Hayes is filling in for Jesse.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so on tonight's Saturday night main event that just ended, Jesse's there, right? And they're doing the intros. He's wearing a Public Enemy, the band, hat.
Yep.
And he's wearing a Plato's Retreat shirt, but it says Jesse's Retreat.
Oh. Wow.
And Joe Test, the announcer, points it out. He's like, "We all know, 'cause you might know this shirt, huh?
Amazing. What's up, Jay? Thanks for joining us, pal. Hope Chi-Town's treating you nice. All right. Oh, is that Jimmy Snuka?
You squint really hard.
Okay. All right. What's going on? Did they say Funk? Is that Terry Funk? Who's that?
No. That's
That's coming
Renee
later
Goulet.
tonight. Yeah.
That's Renee
Yeah,
Goulet.
Disco
Okay.
Stew does
Because-
Michael
advertise.
Jackson of wrestling.
Because this was 10 years before I started, watching wrestling.
Well, we got our
And
start,
Yeah.
Sully.
Yeah, he
And
was
there was
long
some-
gone by that.
when I heard them say Funk, and I looked at the guy's face, I looked at the nose, I was like, I guess that could be Terry Funk. I only knew
gonna-
Terry Funk as like a 110-year-old man, but
Yeah.
This is
We're
Terry
gonna
Funk
see
when
the
he goes
Funks
to
in the main
Plato's
event.
Retreat, all glammed up like that.
I mean, that's a good face. That's a character actor's face. He could have been in pictures.
His gimmick for a long time was Sergeant Jacques Goulet of the French Foreign Legion.
He's got the nose, yeah.
Yeah.
CD Offie here was one of the biggest fuck yous that Vince McMahon ever did to the fans, and
At the time.
at the time,
Yeah.
it was one of the first
The
big ones.
bar was raised.
Well, it was one of the first ones that I remember thinking, what did he think was going to happen? Because Snuka was gone. He was in the AWA. And he wanted to replace him. Madison Square Garden, big debut. Snuka's music hits, lights go off. Place goes ape shit, lights come on, and it's this guy, Superfly CV Offie. And just never recovered. It wasn't that good anyway.
Brutal. And they gave him the Superfly.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was all
Nomenclature?
replace him. He did
Right.
with Sergeant Slaughter too. He was like Corporal
Yeah.
Kirshner, just
Yeah.
as good, right?
Mhm.
Remember Goulet wears that one glove too?
Robert Goulet.
Renee Goulet, did I not say? I didn't say
No,
I wish.
I think maybe they both do.
Yeah.
So
One glove. Imagine Robert Goulet singing One Love. What's the one glove? Let's get together and feel all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're starting pretty much at rock bottom, hopefully,
Yeah, that's what these cards
for
were,
match
right?
quality.
That's what I mean. We'd always start with like maybe a time limit draw.
A way too long
Well,
match.
Moss,
between
me
two
and my
bad
buddy-
wrestlers.
Me and my buddy Joe Danza were going to shows here. We were 15, 16. And we went to quite a few Philadelphia WWF shows. And the first couple matches always were this. And just, they really did give
At
people
least
just
the
time.
first.
They really did just give people time to slowly trickle in and just put
Yeah.
on some bullshit. Like two
Sure,
minutes.
it's the openers. Yeah.
But Danzo and I also saw CV Offie at the pizza place in the mall in the town we lived in. Small town in New Jersey. But it was a place where there was a lot of outlet centers, so people went shopping there. And we're sitting there eating pizza, and we're like, is that fucking CV Offie over there? And we took a look, and we're like, that's fucking CV Offie over there. He was talking to his girlfriend, and we thought about asking
Having
for
a
an autograph.
slice.
Yeah, we thought about asking him for an autograph, but it became very clear that they were not getting along, and he did not look like the sort of person who wanted to be approached at all. He looked like a scary motherfucker.
Hey, Superfly.
The guy who worked at the pizzeria did look exactly like Tony Gurria, but
But it wasn't him, unfortunately.
Five. Oh, look at those little piggies. Oh, getting nice and close on CV Offie's balls.
We were trying to get the shot of the tattoo,
The tattoo.
Yes.
which was rare. Back
Oh, he
then.
goes barefoot. I like that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
Oh,
style.
Gorilla loves that. And if he came, especially if they came from
We
the
already
island,
got boring chants from
That's,
the Boston crew.
Oh yeah.
Ha.
Well, you know, Monsoon. I know those 10 little pitties have got you're all tingling there, Gino.
Hey, this gorilla is ready to go ooh, ooh, ooh.
I mean,
Undefeated.
we all know Gino. I know we all know that Alfie's a total washout, but at least those toes, eh?
That's enough for me. At least have him, he can jerk my curtain.
That was so slow paced.
He could jerk my curtain.
Speaking of barefoot wrestlers, you see Icarus and Travis Williams turned on Josh Alexander. That could be good for them. Give him something. I mean, I'll say right now, I don't understand TNA's booking at all when I'm like trying to keep up with it. Like they felt like they were barely there and they couldn't really establish much. But if Josh is really moving on, then maybe this is something big for them. And I don't know.
I mean, it was their booking of them.
Yeah.
Because their booking overall is quite good.
Yeah.
Overall, it was just they were brought in as his like sort of goons and just sort of down in the undercard. But they're also doing a lot of indie dates. He does the I quit thing where he wants to quit the company, and now this
and then
is
they
sort
turn
of a push for them.
That's what I think so too. Yeah. I still think it's, it would have been nice to have established them as these legit right-hand guys. Like it was like what, 3 weeks? You know what I mean? That's all. It felt a little rushed for me, but I'm glad that they're getting a push. Of course.
Well, that's just for like the majority of the audience. They're like, they've seen the matches. They go, oh, they know they're good. They know they're indie reps, right? But then the way that all started, the matching fucking gear out of nowhere too. It's like, oh, that makes them look a bigger and more smart as well.
It was like the Samoans.
Yeah,
Stevie
exactly.
Aoki would never wear one of those.
No, because he stinks.
And I think he's actually from Pittsburgh, born and raised. Family
Stevie
as well.
Aoki?
Yes. No, I'm just making up the story.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
Oh, yeah, well, already into the modern wrestling tangent. 5 minutes into the show, that tells you how bad this is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is hopefully rock bottom. I knew when I looked at the card and I saw this match.
I love this. I love this.
Because this is a stacked card.
I love Goulet.
Trust me, we're going to see a lot of good wrestlers on this show.
We've gone this long and I still haven't done my French accent. Or
Okay. Well, we better interrupt real quick then. So you mentioned TNA. I've got a question that I had right from the beginning of the publication of it, when people started hearing about it.
Yes.
So, okay.
Which is like what, 25 years now? It's an older company, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And I've been
it's
sitting
the
on this
cockroach
question for
of wrestling.
25 years until I finally had a platform. So the name, TNA, total nonstop action. Sure. All right. Great. Okay. But like, was it seriously the name of a business
Yes.
founded on just the concept of the term tits and ass, which
Yes, it
then
was,
but it was like Test and Albert and
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Stratus. That was weak at that point.
That was a
It was
week.
like
That was a week. Yeah, right,
it was they get Trish Stratus and they're like, look at this. Some people have heard of her if you like fitness magazines, and she's hot, so we're gonna give her some guys. Who do we have laying around? We got Prince Albert, and we got this fucker with the back knee test. We'll get him in there. Great. We'll call them TNA. Everyone will love it.
Which isn't bad. It isn't bad for an undercard little team, and it's totally attitude era. But
and honestly, they were
point,
they
as
were
the
more
name of the
entertaining than they
promotion.
needed to be. They did a better job than they needed to. But then, like, some 6 years later, then TNA, total nonstop action, and I'm thinking, like, are you still riding this bit? Is this does this have enough currency?
yeah, because Vince Russo came up with both of those ideas.
And he was so proud of that.
Yeah, I
And he
know.
was still patting himself on the shoulder for TNA. He was just like,
Okay, I'll tell you.
don't worry, guys.
I'll
I got
do
one in
you-
the bank still.
He probably heard it when he was like in like grade 3 or something, and got
And it just
and
never
like
left
stayed
him.
with him forever.
Boss,
That's
I'll
what
do you one-
DNA stands for, you guys.
I'll do you one better though, because
Bro.
they changed it. Yo, bro,
Mm-hmm.
bro. They
This match is
changed.
still going.
They
Yeah.
changed it to Impact Wrestling for years and
For a
years
while,
and years. Okay.
Sure.
They
Okay.
recently rebranded it back to
I
TNA.
know.
They
Because there was
they went back.
huge nostalgia.
Yep, and you know what? Because everyone's forgotten about Vince Russo's stupid joke, and it's a name they just like, TNA.
Yeah.
And at the
Does it
same
still-
time, at the same time, they're at their like, creative and money-making best they've been in forever right now. People just like that fucking name.
It's the name. Yeah, the name. I mean,
Yeah.
Impact. I get. It's a workman-like name. It's a.
I don't
you know,
like it.
It gets the job
Impact's the name
done.
of a show, not the name
Yeah.
of a promotion.
But this is the problem. It's just too generic to pop, and so I guess you need something that's just that infantile and stupid that it stands out in the mind.
I think
Yeah.
everyone's- I
TNA. You
think
named your
everyone's
wrestling
forgotten about
company
that.
TNA? Is it
But I
exclusively
It's a
women's?
wrestling bubble thing, totally.
And-
Is this like a glow
Yeah.
thing? Is it
Hardcore
just
fans.
like women? No.
It used to be when it 1st
They're,
started.
they're there a bit. Was it really at the very beginning?
Oh, at the very
ve-
beginning,
yeah.
he had go-go dancers in cages. He had midgets jerking off in garbage cans.
Yes.
Nice.
Those
Those were the golden age.
condoms.
You're referring to the
golden
golden age,
The
John.
Johnsons, wasn't it?
The
I'm
Johnsons,
sorry.
Johnsons.
the Johnsons. There were two muscle-bound guys in full masks
Yeah.
and tights to look like condoms.
Wow.
I'm sorry that
It
I
was a
got
lot.
us
It
into
was real
this.
highbrow.
I take the blame for that.
But then it had like TNA had a golden age of work rate wrestlers, and that's what the main nostalgia
In the mid-2000s, yeah.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, Daniels, AJ Styles,
And that six-sided ring.
the six-sided ring. Oh, did they bring that back too? Or
No.
No.
That's
But that was part of what they were known for.
unique look.
It's
That was
come and
the
gone.
shtick. That was the
It's come and
gimmick.
Gone.
Yeah,
It's come and gone.
yeah, multiple times.
Well, in 2013-ish, or not 2013, but actually 2006.
When Hogan came in, they got rid of the six-sided
Yeah.
ring. I remember.
That was what worked for me, brother.
Too many sides. Too many sides for him.
Too many sides for me.
Goulet
No,
did not get to
there's
sell
only one
that
side.
atomic drop because I think he really fucked up his tailbone. Oh, I can tell you.
Is this
Oh,
it?
doing-
Hopefully.
Even though I am the king of middle rope bulldogs, doing
Oh.
4, practicing 3, and doing 1 in one day will legit bruise your tailbone and cause pain for 2 weeks.
You're gonna be on the Somas soon, brother.
You're the next Rick McGraw over here.
King of the middle rope bulldog.
The crowd
did
was
you-
booing when
All
he
right.
kicked out
Yeah.
'cause they
Did
wanted
you
this
see?
match.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see that? So Hogan was originally scheduled to be on
Yes.
Saturday night's main event tonight.
And then said
And-
there was some sort of.
and
I
said,
mean,
wait.
yeah.
Family emergency. The family emergency. I can't. And apparently the excuse is, my son's getting married. Oh, really? That just came out of the blue, Holster.
Emergency. It was an emergency wedding.
And
But first, number 1 count there was on Rene Goulet's face.
yeah, I know.
Smacked this. Who? I don't know who this ref is.
But then we missed out on wait a minute.
That was a good finish.
Jesse and Hogan are going to be in the same building, and I was like, ooh, I wonder what
Yeah.
something possibly happened here.
I saw somebody said that now that Hogan's not there, Jesse can really start to get everybody to sign their union cards.
Yes.
40 years later. Better late than never.
Jesse criticized Governor Abbott live on air, which was fun.
Interesting.
Which
He's like, he goes,
governor is he?
Oh, Jesus!
Oh
Christ.
God!
That was
I mean,
ugly.
I know,
I'm
it
so
was-
glad they showed the replay of that because
Yeah.
I wanted to see it again. I was like, that was like almost a full-on knee to the face.
It was more
so
crotch to pelvis to
cockeyed.
the face.
yeah.
Stevie Aoki sucked, dude.
Yeah.
No, he goes. So I
Hey,
sent a
Kev.
little Minnesota weather down your way, and you can't handle it. You close the schools. Get your act together, Abbott.
Hilarious.
Ooh.
Yeah.
his
long time
chapter,
enhancement talents.
yeah, his chapter in that 6-pack book is really interesting because
Jose Luis Rivera has a chapter.
oh yeah, and it's fantastic. It's really, really good
Cool.
and interesting
We
because
gotta find this book.
yeah, because almost everyone else you know who they are and we know about some of their background. I didn't know anything about his background, and it's very interesting.
I want to hear about that. But first, you guys have to explain to me why Jake just leaned back on the ropes, lifted his foot, and then the ref touched his boot, and then he did it again. And is that a thing? What is
Yeah,
that?
that's the
he's
thing.
checking for foreign objects.
In
Check
the
it
end,
Oh.
they pretty much stopped doing that by the Attitude Era.
It looked like a helpful like
getting
foot
gum.
adjust, like a little like
gum off
boot
his
adjustment. He did it with such a chill.
Our refs still do it at Boom, that's for sure.
Amazing.
Kevin's in the chat.
I like that.
Everybody.
Hey, Kevin.
This is very early Jake in WWF. I just
Cool.
realized.
Kevin
I don't think
saying,
the crowd even knows who he is.
wow, it's crazy. That author also did a book called The Wax Pack about players in a pack of a 1987 of Topps baseball that he opened. It sounds rad.
I noticed that there was no pop when they introduced him and they just glazed right past.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only people who would know who he is if there were actually any wrestling nerds in the crowd who read the
In
magazine.
Boston, there would have been a lot, but yeah. And he was a heel, of course, at first, not a baby face.
I mean, he just looks like your friend's dad that you're kind of scared of.
I know,
yeah.
it's weird. He looked especially strange before the WWF when he had the
Well, he learned from the
weird
best.
pajama pants that he wrestled in.
In terms of bad dads, he learned from the best.
I actually,
yeah,
That's funny. I
mean,
just watched the Sherry Martel Dark Side of the Ring last night, and
Oh yeah.
they feature prominent in that. Jake and his father.
oh,
Kevin
yeah.
says World Class aired in Boston too.
Yeah.
That's
Once
always
again,
for-
wrestling
for-
nerds, right?
Yeah.
You know, the people who are going to seek that out.
Yeah, this is
Right.
just a few weeks before WrestleMania 2.
That was solid and a really nice sell from Rivera too. That was great.
And
The kind of shit that I mark
Kelly,
out for.
Kelly, I say wrestling nerds. I was one myself in this way.
Were
Well, no, but I'm talking about because listen to what I'm about to
cool,
explain to
man.
you, and this is nerdy shit. I hated these fucking tights because Jake the Snake Roberts
Right.
was supposed to wear the karate pants.
The karate pants.
Vince
pajama.
McMahon is making him dress like a snake. You know, and once again, I'm completely wrong.
Yes. Yes, you were.
Once $1 Million Man, when that came around, I was 17, and I was like, that's hokey bullshit. And Ted DiBiase is a serious wrestler.
He's not a millionaire.
He's not a fucking millionaire. What the fuck
He's
is
maybe
this?
1,000-aire tops.
Uh-huh.
You're really stretching my credibility here, guys.
I love these tights. I love the
Yeah.
green and purple. That's a great color combo. That's like a
Yeah,
Marvel.
he does look fresh.
Marvel villain from the.
He would have
60s
more of
color
a-
combination.
He would have more of a shiny ass, curly, longer hair
Uh-huh.
that would shine in the lights, right? He'd have that wet look. That
Yeah, the
that-
wet look. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
totally.
later.
Especially when he was a babyface later.
But you're right, the green and the purple, like that's classic villain coding. Like that's Green Goblin, that's Mysterio, that's that's
Diablo.
dozens more.
That's what I was going for, brother.
Yeah, maybe. Getting the hard sell on WrestleMania 2 right now from Gorilla.
The funny thing is, Jake's told the story about them when he met with Vince. He was like, no, man, I wear karate pants. You're going to work here, you're going to wear these fucking pants.
Let me tell you something, Jake. The last man who wore karate pants here sucked. So that's not happening.
Well, hey, don't worry, guys, because for the Patreon exclusive, I've got an episode of Heat,
Oh,
none
yes.
other than Steve Blackman
Nice. He's got karate pants.
wearing karate pants.
Yeah, he.
Forrest Blackman would be around then. Oh man,
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
On
that's
every
I wanna
episode
make
of
it
Heat.
peak in WWF.
I don't mind making it a tradition that we watch a random Heat episode in Patreon from this point on.
Yes.
If someone can't come up with a good
Oh,
Patreon.
absolutely.
We'll
It is.
see how this one goes.
It is worth
Yeah, good point. Good
Let's
point. I
not
shouldn't commit to
commit.
anything yet.
Don't count your
Let's
chickens.
Let's not sign any contracts quite yet.
I kind of like that idea. There's a lot to geek out
Sure.
on, and there's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
to
Stuff I've never seen. I don't
I'm
know.
wondering, is Taz working?
No, this was
No.
pre-Taz. This was before he came over.
Early days of Sunday Night
Yeah,
Heat,
Taz
they
wouldn't have
actually,
been there yet.
the early days of Sunday Night Heat, they actually tried to make it somewhat of a
Yeah,
good show, and that quickly went to the wayside.
Yeah.
like with most of their C-level shows.
All the-
WWE
all the-
Confidential.
Like Velocity was one that was on for a while. That if you could find it, you could watch like cruiserweights having
It
amazing
was-
matches.
Yeah, in
Yep.
Canada, it was on at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, I recall.
Kevin
There's
says
one called-
next time he's on, he'll have a really good Heat episode for sure.
There was one called Jacked that
That's
would
a
be on
snake.
like 2 in the
It's
morning.
Damien in the bag.
In the bag?
Yes,
Yeah.
in the
Oh
bag.
yeah,
He's got a snake in the
He's got a
bag.
snake.
Yes.
You're not familiar with Jake the Snake
Jake the Snake.
Roberts
Of course he does.
gimmick?
No, that's
just
his,
a name.
he got off. He got just off the bus. Came straight from the bus. That's his.
yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
well,
It's his work clothes. Obviously, he works at a
good
steel
idea.
mill or he's a lumberjack or something.
He's a drifter.
Gorilla had to move his scotch
the
there. Did you see
hobo.
they got a little too close?
Okay, tell me about Rivera. What's up with Rivera?
Oh, I don't remember what I'm gonna have to read the book again. It was just like, oh, he first started as Mac Rivera, and he's been there forever, and Vince really liked him, and like they think they made it took care of him one way or the. He was one of those job for life guys. It was all very interesting.
Yeah, he rarely won, but he was high on the jobber pecking order.
He mentioned how much he loved conquistadors because
Yes.
the idea was Vince wanted to push him and the other guy, but it was
Jose
no one
Estrada.
would buy them, so he came up with the conquistadors in the full gold bodysuits
Yeah.
Yeah.
to try to give these guys a push.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that?
I've never seen the Conquistadors.
You may
Oh,
have.
wow.
Edge and Christian were at least once they dressed up as the Conquistadors in the Attitude.
Yeah, no, that was a gimmick with them and the Hardys during '99 as well.
Yeah, so Moss, you may have seen.
I mean, I probably saw it. I just
It
had
will.
no idea what was going on.
It will rear its ugly head every now and again.
Yeah.
There's been a more recent resurgence too, or like
the
somebody
weirdest thing
the
playing them.
Conquistadors.
Have somebody
here's the
playing
thing.
them.
The conquistadors themselves, it's not even a racist gimmick. It's a weird fucking gimmick.
I know.
I'm like, okay, so they're the
Men in gold.
conquistadors who are the Spanish invaders,
Yes.
and they're dressed up like
The
the
coat on that
Academy
guy
Awards.
coming in.
Well, because they were looking for the lost city of gold.
So they're dressed in
El
gold.
Dorado. Well, I
They must
think
have
so
found
they
it.
fa- okay,
They
so
must
they
have found
and
it,
made.
So they found it.
or maybe they bought it
Maybe.
preemptively.
No, I think it's
That's
like
what
It's
it
a,
like
Just a
a
couple
way
of
to
costumes.
encourage each other.
yeah. It's obviously a vision board thing, right?
Yes.
You know, be the gold you want to find in the world. That's what they tell you. You want to get gold, you dress gold. Tell you on day one.
These are really expensive. Oh, dude, don't worry, man. In time, this will be nothing. A drop in the bucket.
The ROI, return on investment on this gold. Don't worry about it. You just gotta.
Didn't happen. They had to end up
gotta prime the
pawning
pump a
them,
little.
taking a big loss on those unis. Edge
That's
and
why he
Christian
had the
bought
job.
them for
That's why he had
pennies
the
on
job
dollar.
for years and years. That's the story. There's the story of Jose Luis Rivera right there.
But there's a okay. So is Rivera continental Spanish or is he Latin American?
He's
Puerto
maybe
Rican,
Puerto Rican, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, that's something else entirely.
He's American technically.
Yes.
Maybe
Oh,
not.
in this match,
Maybe
it's
not
probably
Trump's
too-
America.
But believe me, Trump's America doesn't realize that Puerto Rican is
I know.
part of
I know.
America.
I saw something recently where an ICE agent tried to remove somebody.
They tried to grab some Navajos
Already,
the other day.
dude. Come on.
Fucking
What's going on?
scumbags. Okay,
Gonna be-
you know what?
4
Here's the thing.
years, baby. Here we
Here's the thing,
go.
Travis, I was thinking about this. I wanted to say this. Here's the thing. I'm furiously mad all the time now. So this is my only respite. So
Yeah.
I have to declare.
So that was it. That was
nothing
it.
with this shit anymore.
Yeah,
Not during
yeah.
this show, or else
All right.
I will lose my.
Yeah,
All right.
let's make this a
That
Trump
was our
free.
brief little political break.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
back to the
Although if
regularly
we do
scheduled
mention
program. Hey
him,
guys,
there is a
headlocks going on.
chance.
Did you see the
Yeah,
headlock?
that is okay. Look, I'm not trying to stifle our. Like, I'm not
Big
trying to
comeback by
stifle
Jose.
our creative freedom with our
And
jokes.
also, we have had a number of unfortunate demises of people we've
we do it.
mentioned.
This show,
So
does have
I think
a
we
death
have a
curse.
responsibility
You just had to put it out there.
in hopes
Yes,
that
yeah.
maybe
We have-
Donald Trump buys a copy of Luigi's Mansion in the next little while. You know what
We
I'm
came
saying?
so close. We came
I know.
within inches
Yeah.
last summer. But oh well. Oh, another knee lift. Boring chance for a Jake Roberts match. Just doesn't.
Well, it's also
Right.
the crowd. Also is like,
Crazy.
well, we know what's gonna happen.
This
here.
is too long though. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
it is.
Let's see.
Yep. Yeah, they start chanting boring. Jay goes,
Indeed.
How's that fucking boring, Boston?
I gotta put some grease in my hair. Count them. I like
It's
that.
over.
Slither. Is this
Yep.
the debut of?
Slither's good.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
his
the
first
Damien
match in
debut.
Boston.
Yeah, the Damien Boston Gardens debut.
Let's hear. Wait, what are they saying?
Wait a second, Joey. What's he got in that thing?
Jesus Christ! I thought that was just his kit.
I thought they came off the bus with like he's got some granola bars and stuff, but no.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
like that.
I
he's
saw
think
going
they-
Hey, buddy, I saw some rat wiggling in there. I just thought a rat had crawled in, but I don't know.
It is Boston Garden. They were known for their rats.
If the chief asks, it's a rat.
Take
We
the
could be in
mistake,
trouble.
Roberts.
They were still figuring it out.
Back up, men. Back up, men. We don't know what's in this bag. do we?
I know there are a lot of them there, so something's about to happen. Look
Wow,
at
we
that.
don't even get to see.
I don't think he's in there yet.
Maybe there was
Oh, no,
nothing.
he
yeah.
was ordered by,
It is
by
his
Boston
stuff.
not to release it. He's like, if we see one inch of that snake, we're beating the shit out of you, Robert.
I swear to God, I will line up the full force. That's like
That's so
that was like
good.
Bane.
Goes
That was
for the
like
bag.
Bane. Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Yeah. That was crazy. There was a dozen cops at least. That was weird.
Snakes are illegal.
There's so
in
many
Boston
of us.
on
Oh.
Saturdays.
Oh,
It's an
awesome.
old ordinance. So we're getting. This is the first
Donna
of
Christentella
two very interesting
and
ladies
Penny
matches.
Marshall.
No, Judy Martin.
Penny Marshall. Gone
There
from
is a
rags
re-
to
okay.
riches.
Yeah,
But
there
guess
is a
who
re-
their opponents are? It's a major surprise.
There is a wrestling episode of Laverne and Shirley out there that I'm gonna try.
Really?
Amazing.
Well, and what's his face? Marshall directed the one and the only, but with
Oh wow,
Oh wow.
the Jumping Bomb Angels,
no, the Crush Gals.
Crush Gals. All right.
Yeah, that we've seen, especially Chigusa Nagayo. He was, of course, in the big feud with Dump that ended with the
Wow.
hair versus. Well, didn't end
Yes.
with the hair versus hair match.
Oh,
but
crazy.
included
So
the
we do
main-
get our Joshi fit.
Yeah, we get
here
Joshi.
tonight.
Yeah, and we're not done actually. That's
Oh,
a
awesome.
little teaser for later. Yeah, this is A few of them came over to the States for about a month and worked a few house shows and did some TV, and that was it.
Which is really wild when you think about it. Like at this time, McMahon is not working with anybody, but he still has some relationships in Japan and is willing to like, oh, you want to come out and just have a few matches? And
Yeah, I'm not sure.
it always surprised me at the time. And I was like,
All right.
that Vince McMahon at that time was like, you know what I'm into? Joshi Patterson.
I think
Get on the
I think
phone.
the idea here is what if we throw some broads out there and see if that draws.
Right,
a
but
bit.
there was lots of there were lots of other broads. He
I
suddenly
think it was a favor to the promoters in Japan.
But
Give them
they-
some exposure in the States.
well, but they got over to the point where he was really behind the Jumping Bomb Angels, and Moolah
Yeah.
sabotaged them
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah, that was about a year later. Moolah was,
Listen,
I'm
Moolah.
assuming, probably behind this. This
So,
suit.
okay, would they have recognition for casual wrestling fans in America?
No,
Not even the magazine readers.
yeah, the magazines didn't
Oh.
talk about
Only
it.
That was
the
a middle
the dirt
finger.
sheet readers would have known.
Yeah.
From Turquoise there.
So they're complete unknowns.
Wow, that's rough.
And
This
in
is American
Japan,
Chalamet.
at this time in Japan, they were amongst the top stars in all of Japanese TV. That's how popular they were at that point in Japan. So it's really crazy. And we've been watching in the last year a lot of matches from this era from Japan with these ladies. And it's just the crowd heat is unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got amateur wrestling footwear on, Lord, which tells me something.
I can't imagine what the commentary is going to be like.
Well, he's
I
talking
know.
about their footwear.
Yeah.
That's right. What? Look, I don't discriminate. Ladies, you can take those shoes off too.
Well, Gorilla.
Famous pervert, Lord, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Well, I must say, Gorilla, that I quite fancy the fighting togs of these young ladies' boots. The shape of them fit them so roundly. Lord
I don't
Alfred
know
Hayes-
why,
Lord
but
Alfred
that-
Hayes has a shoe fetish. That's definitely
That's the opposite.
Yeah, that seems like a British thing.
opposites attract.
Oh my.
I love it when we create
Yes.
new mythology.
That's
So they're good foils
canonical.
for each other.
That's why they work together.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
we've seen
who-
this woman before too, because I remember I said she was representing the country of
Maybe.
Cyprus.
Right.
Yeah, it's Donna
Donna-
Cristanello.
But doesn't Moolah have a similar
Maybe,
outfit? I believe she
maybe
does.
Mula just like,
not.
yeah, put this on.
I think, yeah.
Yes,
Mula's gonna
who
wear
are
it
these?
later in the night.
Who are these the American women?
They are longtime veterans and
Yeah.
quite good.
Especially
part of
Judy
Moolah's
Martin.
troop.
The one who's getting in the ring, Judy Martin, is one of the better American women's workers from this era. And she wrestled in Japan quite a lot.
Mm.
Like she would do power bombs and stuff that the moves that men weren't doing at this time.
Yeah.
Cool. Danny Davis.
And she eventually teamed with Leilani
Leilani
Kai
Kai, yeah.
as the Golden Girls,
Glamour Girls.
Glamour Girls, who feuded. I've got the conquistadors.
That one
on my
always,
mind.
yeah, that's an easy one to screw up.
And they feuded with the Jumping Bomb Angels, and those matches
Yeah.
were incredible.
Hmm. That's about a year after this. I don't know too much about Donna Cristanello other than her being like the tag partner of various other women.
She was a journeywoman.
Journey woman.
Reverses with the arm wringer. Oh, and a karate kick of her own, and another one.
Karate.
Obviously, the Crush Gals are working at like half speed,
Right.
pretty much. Although Judy should be able to keep up with them.
Well, that's why I was asking, because I thought, this was interesting. You say they're talented. They've played in Japan, right? Because
they're
it's
amazing.
really hard coming in blind. It's really hard to tell at the beginning of this. Is this like a joke match? Are these
Yeah.
people who are just gonna kind of dodge around?
Yeah.
And is this kind of a nothing?
Well, and at this time, American fans were conditioned to view all Japanese as evil, even still in 1986.
And
And-
the audience, they know the audience is conditioned to a type of women's wrestling,
Yeah.
and they're not going to just go out there and because these women don't work that style. She can, Judy Martin can, but they also know that it's weird how they're trying to introduce them and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I think you're right on with like maybe the underlying, Kelly, the underlying racism thing. I think you might have a point, but I think the fact that they're pretty young girls negates that to most of the.
Well, yeah, they don't look. Yeah, they look innocent. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes here. This
Yeah,
is a
and
really.
people are starting to get into it. If you
Yeah.
notice, all the cops are still in the crowd. They're up in the stands right now. Look at them.
After
Look
the
at
Jake the Snake scare.
There's a stabbing in Section 7.
Well, there's
Section 8,
often-
I should have said.
often
Section
fights
8.
in the crowds
Hey,
in Boston.
we gotta keep Jake Roberts away from these women.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. We got to get to that stabbing. Here they go. You see that?
Oh, another one.
Section H. You know Section H,
These
baby.
fucking animals in Section H, pal. Jesus, I don't know why they let him in here.
Heavy boot there to the chest.
Heavy boot.
Nice.
Now I'm remembering your Cypress joke, Travis. Now that I got a good shot of those tights.
What was that?
That was a while ago.
Nagoyo.
Have we hit 5 years yet, you guys? When
Coming
When
up
is-
soon.
Yeah.
I was thinking when I chose this that, yeah, it's kind of like a 5-year anniversary for sure.
From the blind side of the referee.
Early days of the pandemic.
Danny
Yeah.
Davis, one of the premier referees here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, yeah, Gorilla?
At this
You'll be
time.
changing your tune in about a year.
Not even. A few months after this.
Ai, domo arigato.
Well,
Yeah, so
of
Moss, I
course.
don't know if you remember, but Danny Davis, the referee here,
Judy Martin steps in. I'm sure she'll go to work
Uh,
with the same left leg.
he eventually becomes a heel referee, an evil ref, and then eventually gets kicked out of being a referee and becomes a wrestler. With,
Nice. There's a
Judy
good
Martin.
spot.
Yeah, and
But no. Oh.
it's fucking hilarious because it was pretty well done because he actually was a wrestler. He used to wrestle under a mask as
Nice.
Mr. X.
Behind that one.
But
Yeah, the
eventually,
build up to him being fired was done really
yeah, it was all real good. He was very first. I saw him live as a heel ref, and I hated the whole concept of it, but it all worked because the boos were
Waiting for some
he was being booed out of the spectrum for fucking Billy Jack Haynes out of a match with Hercules Hernandez.
Remember that black, the very first episode when that was Black Barriers when Hogan and Savage went through it. Hogan said he tore his scrotum on a,
No,
on a
yeah,
rusty
the rusty
nail.
nail.
A rusty nail.
I remember that now.
Donna said, "Look, let's be friends."
You know what? I think maybe these young ladies are just impressed by those stairs. They've never seen stairs like these Boston Garden
Well, they
stairs.
date back to the Prohibition era.
Mhm.
Been around the World Wrestling Federation for
What
quite
about Bruno's stairs? Have we seen them yet?
That's what they know. They know those are Bruno's stairs. These young ladies are students of the game.
Yeah.
They're in awe of Bruno's Boston stairs.
Donna just wants to wrestle typical American women's wrestling shtick.
Yeah, Donna doesn't know what to do. Judy
No.
does.
Got to stay out of the opposition's corner for sure.
Her hair's not long enough. I can't pull it.
Yeah.
Throw them around by it.
She's
Stop
totally
there.
stymied. She's lost 50%
Yeah,
of her
it's like, let's
offense.
get out of her. Yeah.
75% of her offense.
75%.
Nice double kick.
Not faring too well right at the moment.
No, she's not. Well, neither of them actually are living up to
Nice,
that
man,
promise, although they have
she
made
knows
some
where
really
she's punching.
impressive moves.
Every time, like, see, she's found a spot
Well, they picked up
on
the
Martin
first
that she's
competition right off the
targeted.
bat, Lord.
Yes, they did. Maybe that was their mistake.
These two right here.
Here's how you
Yeah, she's
do
like
it,
leg-
Linda.
Certainly
Legit,
attitude.
yeah, she's really bringing a lot of legitimacy. Like a,
Ooh.
Those kip ups were cool.
yeah,
Yeah, that was
all
cool.
of this.
Nobody was doing
It's like Chad Gable, like
You can
Third angle.
and you can hear kids and young girls
Fuck
popping
yeah.
in that crowd right now. Those cops don't know what to make of it up there. I never seen anything like this, pal.
is this legal?
Oof. Yeah, that was a patented Judy boot.
Oh, wow.
It is Boston. He's like, you better check the manual. Is this allowed?
The Japanese girls must know of her, though. She's well
You can
traveled.
imagine being her husband and complaining about the soup not tasting too good.
I love it.
There,
Love it.
there we
Fucking
go.
Bruno is on tonight, man. Or Gino's on tonight. I mean.
Hey, Gino.
Right on the
He's got a martini, and he's like,
Yeah,
he's like
that's why you saw him move his drink when they got a little too close to the monitors.
Fast and furious here in the Boston
Started early. Maybe there was a Flames game on for him before the game.
this World Wrestling Federation.
Started early, just like me.
Oh, look, come on, Danny. Choked out over there in the corner. I would say, you know, if you packaged both of these teams together, these Japanese girls got to be outweighed.
How
by
many
them.
Saturday Night's main events have they
They're
done
outweighed, but,
recently? Is this
this,
the second one?
This was the second one. Oh my God. Gino Morella gets the best joke of the show tonight
Yeah.
from Beyond the Grave.
Yeah. Oh my God. We get a title out of that. It's a nice half grab.
Single-legged Boston there, and that is a damaging.
Oh, she brought the tag rope. That's fucking rad, man. That's fucking rad.
Tag rope violence.
Yeah.
It's a
I haven't
lost
seen it
art.
just like taken off of there without with zero like pomp and circumstance.
Well, that was the thing. It was just so incredibly blunt and overt. It was just gonna come and gonna.
Casual little tag rope choke.
Yeah, I'm okay with the Cypress smoke and mirrors. I mean, that's what she's got to do. That's what she's got to do.
They're not going to let these girls get away with anything, and I'm afraid they're taking advantage, and it's beginning to tell.
Donna knows every devious way to get
Devious.
Yeah, she's made a study of that, a lifetime practice, you might say.
My God.
My God.
Oh, knee right to the
This
top of the
bitch.
cranium, trying to make the tag.
I really think right
Have
now
you seen-
there's
there's
only the youthfulness of
No.
keeping them in this
A
match.
clip of Kevin Nealon talking to Conan O'Brien about when he was his house was broken into, and he's like, yeah, and so man, so this guy broke in. They're like, I don't want to be sexist. It could have been a man, could have been a woman who broke into my house. So this bitch. That's very funny.
Who said that? Yes. Oakers.
Horseshoes and hand grenades says is a Geneism behind the scenes in '86.
Right in the eye.
It's an inside look behind the curtain.
Wouldn't be surprised if that
On the
is
bus?
going to swell up and mar her vision.
Look
In
at
the
all
vans.
those, dude. Look at all the fucking cops in this fucking audience.
I know that's
This
what
is
we've noticed this
insane.
before.
Is this the
with
is this the
shows.
policeman's ball? What the fuck is going on?
Guess where it is this year, Sally?
Hey, I couldn't think of any. Look, I know it's been bad for you, pal, since Cheryl left you. But I know now that you found new love with Lemoyne. And this is your bachelor party, pal.
Oh, fantastic! I heard Lavoine is wrestling for Cyprus.
Uh-huh. She looks just like Rachel Dratch. You're a
Oh,
lucky man.
very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping on Macho Man's toes a bit.
Yeah.
The referee's not taking any notice of that. He's just
There's more of a snap elbow off the top.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and then
sharpshooter!
here's this. Nobody.
Or not even like it's like a
Oh, it's a
Oh,
half
no, she
sharp.
would do the
Yeah.
sharpshooter.
yeah.
Donna was
There it
That was
is.
the finisher.
The angle.
Fuck
Sinister.
yeah! Where would you see a sharpshooter in '86 with
Okay,
beautiful.
Choshu?
Okay, so
Choshu. Did
it
Savage
exist?
and Brett confronted them backstage
In-
after this
in the
match. Right?
States.
Yeah.
Hey, little lady.
Donna trying to make
I saw
Yes,
that you dropped
yes,
the elbow off the top rope.
pressure being applied here.
You know, I used to have a lot of respect.
I think that's Jagusa. It's very cool to tell,
Can't tell all the players what it is.
Judy's
Go
making
ahead.
ropes.
Go ahead. You do it.
No, we already know.
Walking around, I'll tell you that.
Yes, I'm
Holy
very
shit.
different.
That's so funny. We needed James to know it.
High for the top turnbuckle.
Nice. Oh wow! Oh, it missed.
Move by Judy.
It's like a.
She turntables immediately.
That's
What's
a
the
good
Legion
one.
into?
I mean, if you trimmed this down, like if you just, you pop this into Premiere and you just cut it down to the 4 times in the last 13 minutes where they were actually able to do something, this would be an exhilarating match.
I think it's been, for the most part, really, really good.
This is
I
not.
think-
Sorry, I should not condemn it. I feel like
I feel like
pretty-
it needed
pretty slow.
those. Yeah, but it needed a bit of a lull to
Moss
start.
needs his zip attitude.
I'm afraid
Yeah.
it's gotta be high
Gotta
octane.
bring that heat. Gotta bring that 99 heat.
Fresh
I-
TV.
99 is
Fresh
about
TV.
how many seconds I can watch a match and still be interested. So
Yeah,
it's
this is
got
awesome. Yeah,
No.
no, yeah. It could have had more in the beginning. I agree.
This
but
is good. I think you know what it was? It was a lack of trust from the audience.
Judy found that something.
I did not believe in
Oh, they're over now. I don't
In what
think
they were
crowd's
gonna
going
give me.
nuts.
Slingshot.
Big swing.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes, but this is fantastic.
Finisher.
Yeah, amazing.
Donna's going for a long ride.
oh, that's one thing Donna can do is get swung around in a circle.
Yeah. There it is. And take a pin. That's great.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
a
that
hot
crowd.
finish.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's
Yeah,
wonderful,
look at that.
man.
See?
It was a sold out Boston.
They
Garden.
got over. They got over. Huge.
Yeah. So fun.
Wow.
All those Boston racists.
So how long were the Crush
but
Girls
you
there?
gotta give them credit.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So how long was their tenure here?
It
Not long.
wasn't
Just
even a
ring
10 year. It
announcer.
was just a few shows.
Yeah.
They wrestled MSG and they did a 1 or 2 TV.
Which is the
That's wonderful.
which wasn't an unheard of thing to come there, get your picture taken in these huge arenas in America
Yeah.
that you published in the papers back in
Japanese
Japan.
mags.
It makes you even bigger.
Oh yeah.
Pops are back.
And especially if they can also point to, and by the end, the crowd loved them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they won too. Yeah, it's all great.
My support hose.
But yeah, they had to work American style for 80% of that match.
I think sounded like they were doing puff puff pass there, Lord and Gorilla there. Somebody was coughing.
Jews.
Things are a little loose here tonight in the booth. Is somebody cooking a rhubarb pie, Lord?
I'll be right back.
Gorilla. Shoes, barefoot. It's all good, man. Right?
Oh, wearing a synchronicity jacket.
Holy shit! Who is
That's
that?
rad. Isn't that Adonis?
No,
Is it McGee?
I don't know. We missed it. Kelly left right at the wrong time.
He's a
I
jumper.
mean,
We've
that
seen
was a
before.
fantastic
Hey,
jacket.
Yeah, but that police holy shit, man. That
I want that jacket.
yeah.
I want Jimmy Hart's jacket. Fuck the other one.
You want Jimmy Hart's shirt? I've got it. The shirt he wears in every interview.
And Neidhart being the powerhouse
I know. I don't care for it. Sorry.
I understand.
Interesting and exciting match.
Jim Neidhart must have been pretty young at this point.
Yeah, no, that's Tom McGee.
Youngish.
Yes. No,
Is that-
it's Scott McGee.
Scott McGee. Scott McGee.
Scott
Pardon me.
McGee.
Yes, the fourth
McGee,
liner.
He's a goddamn animal.
Yeah.
Tom McGee was the legendary
Right. Yeah.
Mega Man in his match with Bret Hart. And all that.
Jesus
You missed
Christ, right
the
here.
jacket. Scott McGee
Right.
was. Is Scott McGee a roadie for the police at this time?
Maybe.
Well, I heard, pal, that after he slashed open that goalie's throat right here in the garden, he got suspended by the league. And
With Malarchuk.
Copeland gave him a job on the
Copeland gave him a
spot.
job as security.
Just a little bit too early in this match. If he'd have run him down a little
Thank
bit
you,
longer,
thank you for knowing what I was fucking doing.
Yeah.
this is going to make Neidhart think a lot more.
We shouldn't have said. And it is not Sting. You don't say Sting, and you don't go further down the line.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the other
Sting
two.
could have been. Yeah, Sting could have been tricky.
I
Because then
couldn't
people would have been
remember
like,
the other
"What?
two.
The wrestler? No. Makes sense, man.
The thing that has to be for Scotty McGee.
It's called workshopping.
Look, he's looking right at it. He,
Scott McGee sent an SOS, says Kevin. And very good.
That's an extra powerful one. He's got that. That's more powerful than the last one.
Yeah, Neidhart would have been probably early
30s?
30s.
Quadruple
Mhm.
batteries.
Yeah, he's older than right or was
My
older.
gosh.
So what's Neidhart going to do for the finisher here? The kind of
Yeah.
slam?
I think Power Slam
Yeah.
was.
Kind of the one that Natty does all the time now.
Because prior to the Hart Foundation, he was primarily a singles
What's the speed of Scotty between the ropes?
He surprised the Anvil for sure.
Mid-South.
Little
Stampede.
concentration here now.
You know, one thing I've noticed about Scott McGee when he
31
first started wrestling in
was
America,
Neidhart.
he was using that
Just a
close
baby.
contact that European wrestlers
He's just a
baby.
baby.
But lately
And you
he's
know what?
become a lot
Just
more
as many
open
arrests.
style with his wrestling, and I think he's doing a lot better with it.
Give Neidhart some freedom, let him move around. Don't get in his way, you'll only bring him down. Let the anvil play. Hey, watch out! Watch
Jesus.
watch the Moscow Mule there.
Rum and Coke.
Rum and Coke, yes. Watch the double rum.
Phillips, get your filthy hands off his.
Yeah, get your.
I mean, if you put that thing down
Ugh. Ugh. Phillips is at ring. So I didn't realize Phillips was the ring announcer.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a different ring announcer that kept coming out.
That's right, yeah.
Don't spit all over me, Jimmy. Just tell
Say it, don't spray it,
Phillips.
Jimmy.
But everybody knows that Beefcake and Valentine were the world champions. But for some reason, Luscious Johnny won't give Jimmy Hart and the Hart Foundation a chance for those titles. We've got to get through the British Bulldogs.
Well, listen, only the
Oh.
championship committee can do that.
That's interesting.
Kid
He's
in the front.
bitching. He's bitching about the
That
other
kid looked
heel,
astonished.
The other heel team.
the other heel manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You have to be deemed number one. Take a powder. Let me have
Take a
the
powder.
that thing.
Love it. Turns on the siren.
What is that?
This is great stuff, man.
Siren hooked
Some
up
sort of
somehow.
a.
I don't know why that must
love
be a
Jimmy
button, some sort of addendum.
Watching very closely, but
Listen, I love Jimmy Hart, and here's the thing. I don't care what Jimmy Hart believes politically because he keeps it to him fucking self. So the only part, even though I did find it, I still found it so funny, but I did feel bad when Hogan was getting booed out of the building and poor Jimmy Hart's out there waving that fucking flag, and I'm going, well, I like one of these fucking guys, and I kind of feel bad for this asshole, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's pretty funny.
They tried everything to not get
And
the
that was
Hulkster
like,
booed.
and that was he was there to get him and put Jimmy out there with the American flag. They can't boo him. Surely.
Those damn freaks in LA.
Well, I'll tell you, I tell you what, who got him kicked off of the show tonight, and it was Punk, because the whole thing was, well, that was L.A., liberal bastion L.A. So Punk live on Raw, and this was not pre-approved.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Goes out there and he's like, bring Hulk Hogan and to the Royal Rumble. I'll throw his dusty ass over the top rope too and kill Hulkamania forever. And at the mention of Hulk Hogan, everyone booed in Texas. So then suddenly Hulk Hogan had a wedding to go to.
You can't get cheered for being a jingoistic American in Texas, then you must be really.
Because everyone, no
hated.
matter what his politics, everyone fucking hates Hulk Hogan right now. Which good.
Outsmarted there, but now he's going to turn the tables. Oh, he got almost.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I broke my no Hulk Hogan rule for this show. But,
Oh,
wow.
it's 86. What are you gonna do?
yeah, and his tag team partner is super cool. So
Can't do that.
we're okay. And they're
Oh,
going against the Funk
Oh wait,
Brothers.
we get to make fun of Hulk Hogan.
Yes, we will. He may even
That's
snag his
perfectly
scrotum
good.
on a
It is a
wrestling
gift.
To bring 280
We're lucky.
pounds over his shoulder like that.
I could take out that anger that's seething about everything else and just direct it towards Hogan tonight. That's
From
great.
one orange goblin to another.
to the other one.
And the face of
Beautiful European style uppercuts.
yes.
European style
Yeah.
uppercuts. So what? How legitimate
cat
is
sweater.
that continentalism there? Were the Europeans big into the?
Yeah.
There, that's the finish.
Would it come out of? Ah, it's a power slam. You were right.
Billy
It is,
Ross,
power slam.
I think, is
Moss,
his
the
reference.
first time I heard European uppercut, I remember laughing, going like, I've watched a lot of movies that take place in Europe. What the fuck does that mean?
You've never seen.
And I was
Ooh.
a child. So
Hit him with the bicep. Dodge the fist.
I never saw Richard Burton hit someone with his bicep.
That was only off camera.
For Jimmy Hart, ecstatic over this victory here. Very impressive one by that man right there at the anvil. Let's go back and take a look.
That must.
at
I
the
mean,
power slam.
like, see that cat sweater there? That's amazing.
Mhm.
Oh,
And the way that Neidhart was
yeah, this
Pretty
is
nice power slam.
pretty solid.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen him win matches like this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his finisher.
Yeah.
There's nothing McGee can do about that.
You have to have
Nothing you can do about it.
power to control somebody like that in there, Lord, and the
Not a
anvil
damn
So-
thing.
So they've got the guy in the ridiculously bright yellow tuxedo shirt as ring announcer. So what the fuck is Phillips, that pedophile, doing there?
Well, we can only guess.
That's why all those cops are there. Phillips
Looking
is
after the kids. He's looking after the kids, Johnny.
So we got a
Okay.
bona fide Stone Cold classic coming up that
Cool.
you
Oh, is this
In
what I
Bruins
think it is?
colors.
Johnny has probably definitely seen it. I'm not sure.
Oh,
if you-
all right. Oh boy.
This is
This
exciting.
was- Okay, Travis, you know how you
Oh.
like honestly, Travis, you know how you like to use the word formative every now and then? This match aired on USA on primetime and became a tape trading legend.
Right. This is so it's Steamboat, right?
Yeah. And Joe Danzo and I watched this live, not together, and called each other. And we're like, "Did you fucking see that?" And like, he had taped it, and we probably rewatched it like 5 times when we were teenagers. And we were just like,
"That's wild that he's got entrance music at this time." Yeah, I don't think was this the entrance music he had then.
Yes.
It sounds too clean. In my coming in on the cans here, it feels like they added it afterwards.
I think he had Sirius always.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, now that you mention it, it does sound. But wouldn't they? This isn't one that they dub out on tapes or?
I'm not sure what it is.
I don't know what it is. I mean, like I said, it looked cleaner. That it might be network.
I think this is
or pardon me,
24/7.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So
maybe they didn't do.
So they wouldn't know. They could have got rid of something there and replaced it with that they might still have had.
Yeah, maybe.
Copyright too. I don't know.
Anyway.
Pearl Harbor job. No, boy, it's been a while since we heard that. Great start. A lot of heat early.
Those fucking Canadians are so famous for their sneakiness.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to now that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're about to see. Don't worry. Johnny, don't worry. We've already got plans in place, pal. The minute
one
you
single
least
tariff
expect
and something's going down. Another tower's going down.
Hey, I mean, if you need an inside man, I'm your guy. Come on.
There's going to be another ladder incident, brother.
You know what? Hey, guys, as real America's representative, you want to burn the White House down again? Have at it. Have at it.
That's right. It's been a while.
It's been over 200 years.
Yeah, and you got to send some Fenian Raiders up here first. That's all we respond to.
Whatever you need to get it done, just, let me come live there.
Thought I heard some booze there. Yeah, crowd's crazy hot.
Yeah.
That
and
music
Hart
or whatever that
was the
intro.
tag guy at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me some context. Where are both of these guys at this point?
Well, Steamboat was pretty popular. He'd been in for about a year at this point. He'd feuded with Don Morocco in a big bloody feud.
And speaking as someone who was watching at the time, Steamboat was a top guy.
Yeah.
He was in that top echelon.
Yeah. Popular and also great in the ring. Bret Hart was in the Hart Foundation, and that had been a tag team for about a year, about the same time as Steamboat came into the WWF is when they started tagging. And they had they had this series with the Bulldogs that a lot of people they were known for having great matches. I don't know, Bret Hart's rep was pretty strong amongst hardcore fans.
Right,
I know that.
But he was known primarily as a tag team wrestler.
Yeah.
So, in the eyes of lots of people, it'd be like, oh, Steamboat's the big star, and this guy's half of a tag team.
Yeah.
Like that's what we were gonna get before there. Yeah.
And now those who like Danzo and I, when we saw that this match was even starting, we were teenagers who were geeks. We looked at each other like, oh, this is gonna be good, because we already knew how good we could tell that Bret Hart was great, and we all knew that. We both knew that Steamboat was awesome, even though Danzo hated him because he was a good guy.
Gorilla Monsoon always put Bret over as the excellence of execution right from
I remember it. I used to buy it. I used to buy it.
That was a big thing that made him respected.
Yeah, when Gorilla would talk about how great Bret Hart was, I remember hearing it, and it reinforced what I was seeing. Cool. And it really, really got him over. I'm sure it was the same for millions of other kids.
Yeah. And he was popular with the ladies. Well, both these guys were.
Gorilla, and so was Gorilla.
And Gorilla back in the 60s. Well, not so much by the 80s. Lord Al in the 50s was probably popular with the ladies, if you've seen some of his matches from France.
You bet your ass.
He was a good-looking young man.
Well, it looks to me like the Dragon
You don't become a famous pervert by sitting on the sidelines.
There's
But yeah, Brett got his
That's
first
what
push as a single based on his fan mail from women.
God, I can't remember the exact quote. It's in Brett's book. When the first time they put Brett's face on the cover of the magazine, and Valentine looked at him and was like, "Oh, I'd fuck yours." Like,
So, what do you think?
Did we?
I was just joking. Just joking, right? You know, just joking.
I'm joking. We could just touch
Valentine then walks away like Scotty and Boogie Nights.
I'm a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot.
Idiot.
Somebody's tossing garbage at Jimmy there.
Back-to-back Jimmy Hart matches.
And that cop saw that. All right, which one of you assholes?
You're out of here.
Section
There's
H
like
is at it again.
Zero tolerance. Boston
Hit the tasers.
Austin PD have got word that something might be going down in this crowd tonight. Jesus Christmas.
Absolutely.
Boston was a rowdy sports town.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, was.
Yeah, the Garden was. Yeah.
In the 80s?
I mean, at one point they were banned from having Monday night football games because there were so many incidents.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they're nothing like
They're not Philadelphia. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. Well,
My
Philly's bad,
home,
of
my
course.
home area.
My beloved Philly. But
Hey.
Boston is up there.
Like Kelly, you know, I don't really care much about football, but I am 100% behind the Eagles going into the games tomorrow. Man.
Yeah,
The Commanders, yeah.
One more win and they're back in the
Look,
big one.
I appreciate that they changed their name, but I don't forgive them overnight. Fuck them. Let's go
Really?
Eagles.
I still have a hard time not calling them the Redskins. So I just call them Washington.
Jesus Christ,
Commanders
you
is
wanna get us-
horrible.
Hey, go, dude. You want to get us kicked off Twitch? Jesus Christ, Nelson.
Hey, so Kelly, we figured out that thing on the jerseys was Walter Payton.
Walter Payton, yeah.
But why? Why?
I guess, well, they have the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Oh, so
But I
we-
don't know why it's
yeah.
on like all year long.
Or maybe who won the Man of the Year before? Or
Oh,
something?
maybe if you've won it, you get to have it. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because Russell Wilson probably won it.
Hmm.
And that was the one you first noticed. So.
Right.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, because it's not on everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a
what I was trying to
cool
figure out what it was.
little thing.
Yeah.
Because you can only win it once. You can't win it multiple.
Fascinating.
Not a whole lot behind. It took three of them to break the hold. Uh-oh, look out. Atomic drop. Oh, nice.
This match is just wrestled at such a faster speed than everything else, except for the end of the Crush Gals match.
Yeah.
That's what took everyone by surprise. Suddenly, this was like we don't see this sort of
No, in the WWF, you really did.
in WWF
Neckbreaker.
or anywhere else. You didn't see this in Crockett. I mean, I like at this point, I preferred Crockett to WWF, but this was the kind of a match you didn't see anywhere. It was like, Jesus Christ, this is awesome.
Now, what I love is how very different things became, because here we've got Steamboat is the fan favorite, and you said that that Hart is the heel here, and Steamboat has spent the entire first half of the match, systematically working the arm, and there's a point where that becomes pure villainous territory. I feel like, by the 90s and 2000s, your faces don't do that kind of technical wrestling. They don't work a joint.
Well,
Right.
well, I think I don't see.
And again, and I could be wrong, because I'm not.
I don't see it as villainous. I see it as the point of good is dumb, because he's trying to just go be honorable and do nothing but wrestle and wear down that arm.
Right.
Wear down
Sure,
that arm.
yeah.
And he never, it
And
didn't lead to
eventually,
anything.
it never fucking works. And eventually, he's got to resort to some rougher tactics to deal with this hooligan.
No, I can see that, but I'm just saying that even that, and that was great. It was a fantastic
Or
first
or
half.
Family Man. You know what? Or Family Man Ricky Steamboat is a fucking sadist. You're right. Yeah. You like that heart? You like that heart? You like that?
Very nice. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is something else. That pin. Hello.
Never hook a leg. Ever.
Yeah.
And I'd have to check Brett's book again, but I don't think this was any sort of a Vince going, here's what I want to see you guys go out there and steal the show kind of bullshit. I think he might have, decided, Ricky Steamboat might have decided, hey, let's go out there and steal the show.
Well, I'm wondering if this is the first time they ever wrestled, and how many other times. In his book, Brett says that they were supposed to work at WrestleMania 2 originally.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? I believe. No, God damn. You know what? I seem
And
to
I don't
remember.
know if this was like a dress rehearsal or something.
No, I seem to remember they found
Nice.
out that they found out that it wasn't going to happen. So the Steamboat decided he wanted to have that match here.
Yeah, so that would make sense. Because back then the matches at WrestleMania didn't have to have a story.
Because then Steamboat ended up with Hernandez, which was
Yes.
a decent match, but it wouldn't have been this.
And Bret Hart was in the Battle Royal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And was
This
the last
has
total winner.
a lot of modern sensibilities. This match for sure.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was it. It felt
Way
that's
ahead.
what it felt like. It felt like, oh, this is maybe the future.
Mhm.
Then of course, it
Not
helped
for a while.
it helped spawn a style that eventually got
It
too
would be the
ridiculous.
future.
Fuck yeah.
But it would take a long time to get there.
You know,
Wouldn't be the future until 1992 or so.
I've seldom seen the Dragon make 2 mistakes in a row, but he's done that twice now. And he's in trouble once again.
Killer. I just love that he's wearing Bruins colors.
Yeah.
Should have the number
hadn't-
4 on the back.
The pink wasn't even part of their gimmick yet.
I think there was blue. I remember
Blue
Yeah.
and red too.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, what a slap.
Right on that Boston, the legendary Boston guard.
Yeah. Where Woody and the crew, Woody and the Cheers gang were just counting the floorboards recently. The Chuck Taylor's on Jimmy tonight. I don't think he usually wears those. He's Punk. Jimmy Hart is Punk. Forget about it. Yeah,
Oh,
I like
the
that.
Gentrys were a total punk band in the 60s. Huh?
Yeah.
The Ramones ripped us off, baby.
I want to be anarchy, baby.
Oof.
Great. Yeah.
I
Following
remember, hey,
No.
Travis.
No. Hey, Anvil's winning a match. I love that this comes right after the Anvil match where he won with the
Right.
power slam.
Travis.
I mean, it's way too nerdy and looking at everything, but
Yeah, maybe a bit more of a coincidence, probably, but
I like it. Anyways, yes. Mr.
when I was a freshman in college, I blew an opportunity of possibly hooking up with a girl by we were talking. It was really going well, like in the student center. She was into punk, and I was kind of into punk. I really liked the Ramones, and she was all about England invented punk rock. England invented punk rock, and I was like, well,
Actually, no, they didn't.
Ramones invented punk rock, and it got into the argument just a little bit. Well, no, you're wrong. It was the Ramones. And that was the end of that. It was like an entire afternoon.
Sometimes you got to dial down the nerd.
You know what? I was just like,
No, that was the hill you were gonna die on.
I couldn't just go, yeah, you're right. And maybe get a little, but I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Except, but here's the thing:
guess.
you're wrong.
Yes. that night, Johnny, little Johnny, I don't know if he wanted to, but he had to be sedated. Ba 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 ba.
I beat on the Brett for a little while, and then everything was
Yeah, that solved the problem. There we go. You pulled that up out of the flames from me, buddy. Thank you.
Hey, man, it's a team effort.
Yeah.
You know, nothing makes me happier than after a 2 count where the wrestler gets up and then Brett did it earlier. You know, where he goes demonstrates to the ref. It's just like, no, this is how you do it. You got to do 3. You only did 2. 2's not enough.
Let's go home, man. We're all tired here.
1, 2, 3. Can't you count?
You know, I used to have a lot of respect for the WWF officials.
That was it.
That was a good Brett.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm still trying to, like, it was like this one, like, James hit it perfectly once after a pizza. And I've always been trying to nail it. We've all been. Even James hasn't been able to.
We have the advantage. We grew up in Calgary.
I just go for
James is in Edmonton. Maybe he has a better perspective.
Yeah.
Probably got the same TV.
I just go for
We're gonna hold him in too much admiration. No.
That's
1, 2, 3. Count to 100. Count to 100.
No.
Yeah, that's great.
Dude,
that's great.
That flying clothesline lives in my mind as a memory of popping off my fucking couch and my dad condo. Dude, I remember popping off the couch.
It's fine. He'll just do it again. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Now he rolls it up. 1, 2.
That's rad. That's rad.
We got him. That's how he gets
He
them.
just kind of steals it. That's right. The baby face steals it from the more dominant heel.
Oh, so good.
That's great.
Yeah, great. Made Brett look like $1 million.
Yeah.
And look how disappointed he is.
Yeah.
Selling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a, for lots and lots of wrestling nerds such as ourselves of a certain age, this was a formative moment seeing this. We're like, when you're at that age and you're like, never seen anything like that in my life.
An interesting year for Brett, because later in the year he would have the famous, we alluded to it earlier, Tom McGee match. That was another, case of Brett being.
But that was Brett, but this is Brett.
This isn't a broomstick worker. He was a broomstick
worker. This is Steamboat,
there.
Who's at the height of his powers. Who's arguably Steamboat right here is better than Brett. I would argue that always going to be better than Brett.
Easy 4 3/4 there, Ricky.
I mean, it's hard to pick between these two guys. I love them both. They're so great.
Yeah.
That's just as far as
into that pin there, off of that.
Amazing.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. That's just as far as in ring. Overall, I'd give it to Brett because Brett can play a heel as well, and Steamboat never had the chance, but I just don't think it ever would have worked. So
Brett got to carry a company to Steamboat and was never.
They could have had him here, man.
I absolutely love the learned vocabulary of wrestling and the reality that you kind of start to inhabit. What I mean is that, like, there's this lack of logic, but you learn the moves and you start to expect it. And I love, for example, if ever somebody is absolutely pulverized and defeated, but the ref isn't watching, then that person has to win, right? Like then always there. You think somebody is plastered down on the mat, they're absolutely obliterated. Surely, then the person with the upper hand could just lay on again, do another pin, get it.
Wow!
But never will it happen.
How do you follow that match?
Yeah,
with this match, is this what I think it is?
Yes. IC title. The month after he won the belt in the same arena.
Oh, right. Oh, this
crazy.
This is the rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now I told you guys this card was loaded with talent.
Yeah.
You were asking who hired all these guys.
Look at that. That's
I don't know.
Great.
He's a punk. That's the only
You're looking at him, dig it.
His hair was done like Mercedes Monet recently.
Was it his hair or was it a...
I know, or like a do-rag. I don't know.
Savage.
What the hell? How does Savage get the fucking ticker tape? It's crazy.
Dude, Randy Savage is the
heel.
reason why there's that many cops. He wanted to make sure that none of these Boston perverts even could get close to grabbing his old lady.
That's what I call my song, Boston Perverts.
That's what I call money well spent.
This is great. Kelly, do you do it too? Is this just where we all do our Macho Man?
Oh, I could do a macho. I'll save it for
When you
the-
put your hand
I won't
in your
force
friend's
it.
face and it's a puddle of goo, that's Chinatown.
Get this toe sucking freak out of here.
I don't think he's all that anxious to get in there.
Yeah, awesome classic Savage stalling.
Again, I love the internal logic here of, all right,
I like
come
that
down
they've
for your
got,
match, walk on over to the announcers, shout at them that you're the best that ever was and ever will be.
yeah,
Just make sure they know.
Tell the people.
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta take. You have to take. Dude, you have to. Sometimes you gotta take over the media to get your fucking message out.
Sure, you got to do a little self-promotion.
It's called independent journalism, you guys. I like this robe a lot, and I like that
So do I, yeah,
they
it's a good
that
one.
for the first time I can remember seeing they've synced up there.
Yeah,
I believe
coordinated.
so.
with
I believe
Elizabeth,
so.
Nice
yes.
coordination.
Tito with his little sombrero that I love. Okay, you know what? I don't have any ink. It's so weird. You'd think I would have a tattoo. None, because I always think I'd regret it. I think I'm gonna go get that little
The sombrero on your
sombrero.
head.
Little sombrero.
right on my ass.
You got it. And you
And
could
the
get
lightning
strike
bolt,
force
the
lightning.
lightning bolt on the other side. That is so fucking funny. I'll get Mr. P. If you no, wait, you do that. I'll get the maple leaf, and we'll be the
Oh
strike
no!
force.
The Dino Bravo.
The
Oh.
next time I
Oh,
come
not the
visit,
Dino Bravo.
The
Like
next-
what did Rick Martel have?
Oh,
the maple
for
leaf?
Martel. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yes,
you'd be
yes.
strike force. Okay.
Not the Dino Bravo maple leaf. The Chipotle. Disaster.
That one would, yeah, that would be like getting the Samoan.
okay, here's the thing. The next time I come up to visit you guys, and
We're not getting tattoos,
for a boom
Joe.
show. We're going to get in.
No. Hear me out. Hear me out.
The strike force. The new
Johnny, I don't
strike
think
force.
anybody on their deathbed says, I wish I had fewer tattoos on my ass. My one regret.
Well, I'm trying to think where it would hurt the least, right?
I could have changed one thing.
Sombrero.
Yeah.
The lightning bolt was too much. The sombrero, that was good.
It's very, yeah.
This is his opportunity.
See, to be honest, I wouldn't have gone with the lightning bolt. I would have gone with Macho Man on my ass.
Yeah, full on Macho Man with the stars.
No, I need the 3 stars. No, the 3 stars are my front tattoos. Right.
Or you could kind of just have it kind of go sideways or like diagonally, so it was like Mach. You'd only have to get MACH, so it would lead into the O.
Oh, the
No. When I get no.
Oh, here he's gonna show.
Theo's
Here's
already.
where-
We'll see. We're about to see the
Oh,
macho there.
Yeah.
No. It's only 2 stars until I get a hard on. Then you see the middle one.
Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day. Very famous joke.
Yep. Wow. Here's the thing, Travis. I love it when I realize that we do have a symbiotic brain,
The
because that's
shorthand.
exactly what I was.
Shorthand. Yeah.
Oh, look at all the shit in the ring, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. It's foreseeing the Kansas City Chiefs winning another
Oh,
Super Bowl.
Yeah. There's a
hopefully
Gotta
that
get back,
means
gotta see him
somebody
on
from the
Main Street.
Chiefs dies.
The 3rd year anniversary. It'll be the 3rd anniversary of me seeing Patrick Mahomes going down Main Street when I was at Disneyland. Moss, we had the craziest trip to Disneyland. It'll be 3 years ago or 2 years ago. This coming up.
Yeah.
where we were just like, we just kept lucking into all these amazing moments, and then we got off this ride, and it's like, what are these people lining up for? Oh, it looks like there's a parade, and all of a sudden there's Patrick Mahomes coming down the thing. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, it's the day after the Super Bowl. All the time you've seen somebody say, I'm going to Disneyland, and we actually got to see one of them go to Disneyland.
That's amazing. That's
Did you ever
fantastic.
see?
They don't waste any time with that.
Yeah, Kelly, do you remember the? We should try to track that down sometime. The Al McInnes, I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah, that was an
Because he
early
did.
one.
Yeah.
I think Phil Simms, after the Giants won the Super Bowl, was the first, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was.
A
I think it
few
was
years
Phil
before
Simms.
that.
Right when Santana thought he had him where he wanted.
I remember hating it right away because I was like, "No, you're not." I didn't believe
But
it.
apparently, yeah, you go immediately. It's like as soon as
I'm living proof, man. You saying
you're
I
done
don't believe?
partying with the team, you're on a plane to.
That was not an animatronic.
So whether you want
I
to or
remember
not-
being shocked that he was just wearing just regular old sneakers after it looked like his ankle had been torn off like a couple times in the game before.
Yeah, he's a bit of an actor, I think.
Yes, it's true.
I'm
was
not a
a bit-
Mahomes fan.
Okay,
Yeah. I
was
wasn't
not-
until I saw him live. And I'm
No,
like,
come on, man, you're a Raiders fan. You can't
I know. I can't like the Chiefs. You're right.
Okay.
But the Raiders have sucked so long during the Chiefs' reign that it doesn't matter
From my
as much. There's a time when I would hate them a lot more if they
From
were
the
more
fir-
of a rival.
from my just stepped back just a little football fandom that I just watched the playoffs and shit. I remember for a while there, some years back, I was like behind Mahomes because I was seeing so much racist shit about him. So I was like, oh yeah, fuck those guys. I'm cheering for this guy. But at this point, I'm like, fuck this guy. Fuck the Chiefs. I don't like dynasties.
Yeah.
Let's go
I
Eagles.
hate dynasties.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hopefully the Bills will end.
I'm sort of,
end that
man. I gotta tell you, man.
Although it's the Bills.
I know,
of all
I know.
the teams, it's like,
And yeah, Kelly and I have a long attachment to the just like one family. It's weird. I'd be nice for them, like whatever, but also at the same time they were so diehard. And we've seen like versions of that fandom throughout those years, right? Like it's just become like Bills Mafia. Either you love them or you
when they
hate them.
went to 4 straight Super Bowls
That's
when
right.
we were in high school.
Yeah.
And I was with them for a few of
Yeah,
those.
I was there. Yeah, me too. I was there for the wide right for sure.
Oh, you were there? I
No,
was there for the
was
Wash-
Scotty Norwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 20 years old watching that, and I was and I was cheering for the Bills at the time. And here's the thing: I'm cheering for the Eagles because I think we have a chance. But my heart is like, I want the fucking Bills. They're the ultimate underdog in this season. And Jesus Christ, can we just have the Bills win the Super Bowl once? I feel bad for the city, and I feel bad for the fans.
Maybe
it's a
that'll be a
hard-luck
sign
city.
for America that there's the underdog's gonna start fighting back.
Hey, you know what? Donald Trump tried to buy the Bills, and he couldn't fucking get it done. Let's stick
Oh,
it up
really?
his ass
Was
and have
that
the fucking
he was
Bills.
trying to
win
buy the
Super
Bills?
Bowl.
I really think that's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Eagles did finally win the Super Bowl, but it's been now 7 years.
Atomic drop on Savage.
And they lost the last one. If they lose to the Chiefs,
You know why? They lost the last one because Danzo wasn't there in the
that-
crowd. That's the
What
reason.
the?
why they
Why?
won
Where's the no
Bowl.
pin there, Tito? You had a chance.
Oh,
Yeah,
because he
what
wants to inflict some more damage.
Yeah, but it's a title match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he screwed that up. Maybe he wasn't supposed to
Hit
go
his
for the
flying forearm so soon.
Yeah, and he remembered. Oh, that's no one kicks out of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Weird. I don't think I've ever seen this match. It's really good. It's funny, the month before was the title change, and Danny Davis was the ref, and it had the controversial
Right.
finish.
Jeez.
Oh,
That
there
is
you go.
the
You know, there you
craziest
go.
tan line I've ever
Blinding.
seen. That is insane.
Holy
That is
moly.
insane.
What did I miss?
It's like, where do you keep the cream
Randy
cheese?
Savage is
Were his,
that-
were
Where
his
do you
trunks
keep
down the whole
cream
time?
cheese? Oh my God!
Hey, this is what you missed, brother.
There are no nude beaches
What
in
is,
Sarasota.
The girl getting her shorts pulled down.
Oh.
What's it called?
DQ
The old
finish.
ad. No.
Get the fuck out of here. Look
Yeah.
at Liz. Like, let's get the fuck out of this place. Not a fan of Boston. Man, it's the fastest I've seen Liz leave the arena.
I love the ref just fully like holding him around the waist.
Mm-hmm.
And his shirt's almost
Right.
Yeah.
And also, Danny Davis was the referee in the match the month before where Savage cheated and Danny Davis didn't see it.
Yeah.
And
But apparently they hadn't decided to do the heel turn.
no, they hadn't.
At this point, but they retconned that as a.
No, that was
example.
retroactively put into that angle.
Because they would do a video showing all his bias.
All of his blunders in favor of the heels.
The IC title change was one that really showed.
Santana was right on top there. Not going to let
God,
Savage
it's just.
get out.
Here you go.
I love this.
So
The slow motion replay of the trucks coming down.
you show his ass again in slow motion.
This was the golden era of the bare ass in wrestling. Right? Johnny, we've talked
Roddy
about this.
Piper
Piper
and
Orndorff.
Paul Orndorff had a whole house show a feud that was based on them pulling each other's pants down to the point where it was a cover story on an issue of
yeah, it was one of the first
Inside
wrestling magazines I ever had.
Inside Wrestling about like, hey, what's going on here?
Well, inside there was the picture of Piper's bare ass on like a sunset flip. So here's our second.
What is
Joshi
happening?
match.
Oh,
Well,
nice! Oh, nice! I forgot they were on this excursion as well.
Yeah. So Dump Matsumoto is in the full Japanese
amazing.
warrior gear or whatever.
I love it. Look at that.
And Bull Nakano is their partner. They were, now this is punk rock. They were, they're like, what are we going to have to do here?
Oh, Velvet McIntyre is great. And who's
Perennial challenger to Moolah. Dawn Marie, the original
Marie.
Dawn Marie. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Dawn Marie.
The only thing I can think of her from is the first Survivor Series where they have the women's match. She's part of that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like,
Wow.
Dump and Bull have a manager.
Dude, that looks fucking
That's
fierce.
That
looks
is badass.
fucking fierce.
I love the ref. No, not allowed to wear armor. No, we don't do
Oh,
armor in
dude,
America. You gotta
that's
take
not
that
fair.
off.
Is that blackface? That's not. Come on, that's not cool.
Well, look at the
Kabuki.
bewildered look on the face of Velvet McIntyre as these two begin to take off their ring attire, which made
Velvet McIntyre is the most 70s porn name ever in wrestling, by the way.
Also another barefoot wrestler. Well, Bull Nakano's my all-time favorite
Right.
Japanese women's wrestler, boss.
And sorry, which one is that?
She's
Who
the
is
one
that?
with the half hair.
Okay.
No, that's Dump Matsumoto is the one that was in the
Wow.
armor.
Crazy.
Bull Nakano would come back in about, less than 10 years to the WWF when they were briefly doing like a new women's division, and she was the top heel in that.
What a crazy
You've
card,
probably
man.
seen
And
her.
they
She
were-
would do the hair spiked up like super
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
No, and at that time, WWF was fucking the shit.
Yes.
But, and I was watching it.
Except for
like,
Bret
off and
Hart.
on.
And,
Yeah, except for like Bret Hart and a handful of fucking
Yeah.
things. And when she came in and was having those matches with Alundra Blaze,
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, it's some good wrestling. It was like good wrestling.
Man, she looks great tonight.
Yeah,
Holy
it was
shit.
so cool. So cool.
I believe that it's Bull Naino who's in there.
Naino. Oh, wow.
Gino, I believe you're cut off, sir.
Naino sucks.
We got Dump right. Of course, that name sounds weird in America. But they were given these names because they were supposed to be like badass. I'm going to give you an American name to make you sound badass.
Dump.
Right.
But Dump didn't really sound badass in America. Like in Japan, I guess it did.
Hamburger. Matsumoto.
I just can't see.
Steamboat Willie Matsumoto.
Imagine amongst your group of friends, your nickname is Dump. I mean, that's you're never getting laid. Hey, Dump, how did you do tonight? Shut up.
I'm going to guess you have the fattest ass of your friends.
It seems to be very difficult to knock them off their
Not
feet.
necessarily.
There's a tag made now.
Or you,
Ask Dump.
or
Make room for Dump. Oh, Dump's got to sit down, you guys. Make space.
Or you have a problem with shitting yourself every time you get. Yeah. How you doing, Dump? You shit yourself one time at a Dave Matthews Band concert, and you're Dump for the rest of your life.
Dump Matsumoto for the rest of your life.
I love that Dave Matthews Band story about their tour bus dumping their shit into the Chicago River.
Yeah.
So
It really is their legacy at this point, isn't it?
And I love, no matter what you think of Dave Matthews and everything, the fact that everyone blamed him for that is still very funny. Because it's like, what? He had nothing. Like he had a giant fucking switch. Like
Yeah, he was sitting there. He was like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
Yeah. I saw there's a hat you can order that just says that whole thing. Dave Matthews Band dumped a load of shit into the Chicago River.
So, someone needs to rework the Edmund Fitzgerald around that incident.
Yeah, oh, you're right.
If I wasn't 4 beers in and 2 gummies in, I could probably come up with something, but
Statistics are 56, 56, 56 by the look of it.
Wow.
Is Kevin still
who are
in the
they
chat?
working?
Hey,
Oh,
is
that was
Kevin?
great.
Kevin, you still in the chat? Here,
Start work on your Edmund Fitzgerald. Show how much of it.
Velvet McIntyre and
Right.
the original Dawn Marie.
Who's Don Marie Shoeless?
No, that's Velvet.
Velvet. Was she always barefoot?
Yeah. She would challenge Moolah at WrestleMania 2 in about a month. She's from Australia.
That's what it was. I lived in Australia for a while, and this the boyfriend of my roommate was explaining to me Australian nicknames, and that was at the tip of my mind because he had a friend named Dropper, and I was like, what is it? What is that? And he was just like, hey, it's one time we was down by the beach and he just had to drop her, you know? He just dug a little hole and he just drop her, so we just call him Dropper after.
What?
I loved their nicknames. It was Dropper. It was Fridge. We just call him that because he's kind of square, kind of like a fridge. There's Beza. That's Bruce. We just call. Nobody says Bruce. They just say Beza. And then there's Stabs. I was like, Stabs? What's his thing? He's like, well, he got stabbed once.
That's amazing.
So this little gang was Dropper, Fridge, Stabs, and Travis.
Nice.
Oh, and Baza, of course. Yeah.
Thought I could fit in there.
Yeah, somehow Travis managed to dodge all of this, and he was just Travis.
Nothing interesting ever happened to him.
Apparently not, because evidently it doesn't take much either.
No. Well, getting stabbed is crazy.
Those all
That's
sound like the names that Vince Russo would come up with guys in a biker gang during the Attitude Era.
We got
DOA
Stabs,
reject.
Ugh. 8 Ball.
Chains.
Chains.
With a Z.
Oh,
Jesus. God.
Yeah.
That looked awful.
That looked nasty.
Kelly,
Just
I remember
stepping on boobs. Over here stepping on boobs. That's crazy.
just how dumb I was of not understanding any Spanish at that time when they introduced Los Boricuas. I didn't know what it meant. And I was at work, and I was talking with one of the Puerto Rican guys who I worked with, who also liked wrestling. And he's like, hey, man, did you see that? It was the funniest thing. I was like, what? The 3 guys, like, they call them Los Boricuas. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, it just means the Puerto Ricans. And he thought it was the funniest fucking thing he ever heard. Because it was so fucking, like, what the fuck?
That's so funny.
time did have part ownership of the women's tag team championship.
Look at that splash job, and Maria manages to get out, squeezed out of there somehow.
But only just.
But only
Is that
just.
dumped that's in there, or what? Which one is that that's
I
in
told
there?
you
In
once.
there now, dump Matsumoto.
They're still fixated on
She's dumping right now.
dump.
Marie.
But she, Gorilla. Oh, Gorilla's
I
on
will-
fire today, baby. Did you hear that one?
No.
He's like, well, she's dumping on her right
Yeah,
now. Did you hear that,
dumping
Lord?
on Don Marie.
I believe the dump was the one. that-
Don't give Vince any ideas.
Yeah,
I've got
I
ideas
think he did.
already.
I refuse to answer on the grounds it may tend to incriminate me. What a clothesline job.
Total domination.
Dump smells victory. Tag was made though. Here comes Velvet.
That's Vel. Okay.
Yeah.
Elbow just sort of stunned her. 1 foot drop kick didn't do any harm.
She's rocking the dump.
A Velvet McIntyre sounds like a drink you could order in Australia. Oh, have a Velvet McIntyre for the lady.
That's like a virgin drink.
Yeah. It's their Shirley Temple. For
A Velvet
Velvet
McIntyre.
McIntyre.
And she's beginning to get the measure of these two strange Japanese
Oof.
girls.
The bull just ran
Strange.
Only we
They're
use,
strange haircuts.
instead of orange juice, we use eucalyptus.
I was gonna say kangaroo milk.
Scheurkogul from the turnbuckle.
We use spit from a didgeridoo.
Oh, that was a
Oh,
bit of an odd setup there.
I think this is the finish.
Works, though.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Nice.
That was, that was good thrashing.
Wow. That's good to
Well,
have the
they couldn't
heels win
both.
1-1. Yeah.
couldn't have them win both.
Well, bring
and-
him back, man.
Yeah, and Velvet is about to wrestle for the title.
Right.
The
In a match that lasted like 30 seconds. From
I know,
really.
oh, dude, there were so many matches on WrestleMania 2, and the one that's the most forgettable is Moolah versus Velvet McIntyre.
Yeah, it's a blink and you miss it one. With like a wonky, isn't the finish watch?
Yeah, it sucks. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Moolah sucks. I remember watching it live with Danzo on closed circuit TV in a firehouse, and both of us looked at it like, Moolah sucks, and we felt bad for Velvet because it was just everything about it was just a disaster.
It's the post Wendy Richter Nader of women's wrestling. Not
Oh,
that
those
Wendy
boots!
Richter
I like
was
those
great.
boots. She's an ally.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
I noticed that earlier. Yeah. Man.
Like one of those, not popsicles, but
Oh,
lollipop things.
Kelly's favorite
Oh, I
wrestler.
forgot he was on this.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it's a short one. Not Canada's greatest athlete.
Well,
Gonna
I'm
deliver
gonna
up.
tell you. Hold on. Nelson.
Oh, Montreal Canadiens!
He's talking to you, Nelson, from beyond the grave.
Yeah. And then we already talked about
Against
the
Kirshner. Oh my
the
gosh.
Oh
Who
God!
do we
rip-offs.
pick?
Here we go.
Oh,
Number
man.
two.
I'm
the
full
night
in
of
on
the
Sharp on
replacement.
this.
The night of the replacement.
I'm all in on Sharp on this match, Kelly. I don't care.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I gotta be too.
I feel like I'm really letting my country down because I've never seen that man before in my life. But he kind of looks like Big Ed from Twin Peaks, so I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, wow. I after Lynch passed, right? And I went, you know what? I haven't really just sat and watched since it aired, like, with
Since it aired.
more. No, since it aired,
Yeah.
then we, my wife and I got the DVDs, or no, actually the tapes when they were available.
Yeah.
Watched them once, and probably even never finished them. I'm
Yeah.
doing a rewatch of Twin Peaks, but then I can watch the one season.
Mhm.
And I'm currently watching it right now.
Yeah.
So as soon as you went Big Ed, I'm like, holy shit, you're
He
absolutely
does kind of
right.
look like Big Ed,
You're
yeah.
absolutely
I haven't
right.
seen
Oh,
it in years.
Big Ed
but
rocks.
I knew what you meant.
Mhm. Yeah, I was rewatching him last year, even before the stuff with Lynch just recently.
Where's it streaming in Canada now? Twin Peaks.
On the
I
high
don't know either.
seas, matey. Yar.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
hmm
Really, it doesn't have a.
No. Doesn't have a home.
Authorized.
It just.
But
popped
I mean,
up.
Lynch's oeuvre is so
Yeah,
funny
you can't
because
get it anywhere.
yeah,
can you?
and it's
It's on
all
Amazon
these different
Prime now.
distributors. A lot of it cannot be obtained. For ages, he just maintained his own website. He was just an entrepreneur about it, and he was just like, "You want to watch Blue
Right.
Velvet? You got to order it from me."
Yeah,
or sorry,
yeah.
you want to watch
Right, but-
Blue Velvet? You got to order it from me. You know.
Yeah. But there's also
Sharp
like,
scrotum torn. The headline of the
R.I.P.
Boston
Sharp
Globe.
Yeah, that's what happened.
1986.
Yeah. Iron Mike Sharp is the one who tore his scrotum at the Boston Garden,
Funny.
and Hogan stole the fucking
Yeah.
story like he does everything else.
He was a noted
Look at this.
germaphobe
This way.
in real life. I'm
Hey,
surprised
get back,
he
get
did
back! It's Canada's greatest. Look, oh, hey, we need 17 guys to put this fucking thing back up.
Yeah. Thank God we're all here. Oh my God! Oh, that was scary. Thank
Okay,
goodness.
this is graft at its worst.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you need to hire them
Yeah.
like off the fucking.
Drop kicks by Carson with those
There's
huge
no reason.
They need
for
more
this.
funding.
Funny.
That's the problem.
break out the ring and he's
Um,
really put the ring in the hole.
This is police acting as private security. They're like, oh, you're gonna have to hire 27 of us. Look at this.
Mhm.
This is insane.
Okay,
At least,
I
well,
gotta
that's
say,
got. At
having,
least it's improved significantly since this time.
having never seen Iron Mike Sharp before, I'm loving Iron
He's
Mike
your new
Sharp.
favorite
He's
wrestler.
doing a lot of
Canada's
like,
greatest athlete.
he's
No
just
wonder.
doing so much like, oh,
yeah.
There's a lot of visual, acting going
He
on.
played to the cheap seats.
And
Yeah.
exactly.
And
You're getting
also,
this?
and Moss also that duct tape strap
Yeah.
on his forearm somehow has a foreign object in it that must be as
Oh, I can see it from here, man.
very thin. Because if he hits you with that thing,
Oh,
you fucking had it.
you're done.
Yeah, but he never hits anybody with it, so it's
Lights
a
out,
moot
Charlie.
point.
With a much heavier gauge, steel wire.
And again, Corporal Kirshner was like, Slaughter and G.I. Joe can go fuck themselves. Corporal Kirshner.
I got Rambo now.
That was the whole idea. I'll make a Rambo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he looked like Rambo and Rambo.
Probably wanted to work that bed of nails gimmick in at some point. Or did that happen before or
Oh, no,
after?
that was after. Of course.
Yeah.
Moss, he becomes a wrestler named Leatherface in Japan. Most,
Does he?
yeah. And then he was famous. There was a match. It was a story in
Don't do it.
McFoley's first
It's
book
hot enough.
where he punished like a other wrestler by slamming him repeatedly into a bed of nails.
Jesus.
Well, no, it was like the bed of nails gimmick is like, you spread out the impact, right? It broke in half, so it was just part of a bed of nails.
Oh.
He just picked the guy up and threw him right down on that.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
keep
God.
looking at your crotch.
Come on, other fucking
Yeah.
power bombs.
I'm gonna keep looking at your crotch and considering things.
Anyway, he
That's
was a
okay.
scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
And like drug addict, right?
Yeah. Insane.
Not
Thank
not
God.
that guy. Not that makes him.
Over. You were there. I'm told the
Scumbag.
airplane. They call me all kinds, scumbags, and all kinds of violent traps.
Like that. No, wait.
It's over, Kirshner.
We're gonna do
It's
it
over.
like this.
Nothing's over.
I mean, the
Keep it
crowd
down,
does-
everybody.
does hate him.
Yeah, bro, this is a hot crowd tonight for sure because they have been treated to some really great stuff. They need a bit of a cooler here.
Well, that's what this is, but they're hot
Yeah.
enough. They're hot enough to be like, yay for fucking Corporal Kirshner.
Yeah.
And they're Boston. They fucking hate Canadians. Canada's greatest athlete. Fuck you.
He should have came in a LaFleur jersey
Yeah.
for 86. Matt Naslund.
86, yeah. Or, well, Patrick was rookie year.
What
This
the
week, yeah,
fuck
coming
are
up
you
on the finals.
Damn.
But yeah.
That'll give you a
Scroodland,
negative
Brian
attitude.
Scroodland at 86.
Well,
maybe?
Larry Robinson, Bob Gainey.
Larry
they were-
Robinson.
they were
Bob
still-
Gainey. That's what he should have worn. Gainey.
That was the
Boo!
from
There
the
you go.
70s.
Yeah. There's
Oh, no.
Gorilla
Oh, no.
talking hockey too.
No,
Wayne
no.
Gretzky and some other guys would have something to say. That's about it. It was Wayne Gretzky and everybody else at this point.
Ooh, that was almost
Oof.
Fisherman without even grabbing it.
I know.
That was all
looked a
neck.
little.
Hey, man, you fucked him up, dude. That's what the ref was. The ref wasn't telling him to get his foot up. Like, dude, you dislodged some discs there. Yeah, that was gross.
Listen to him. How do you not love this guy? He's just roaring the whole time.
Yeah. Come
For
on,
me, it
Shark.
was when he was. Well, I was a very young fan watching it.
This has got to be a Sharp win, man.
Canada's greatest
Sure,
athlete.
sure. Of course you hated him. Of course you had to hate him.
I mean, Kirshner's higher up on the. So he's probably gonna win, but I would love a Sharp upset here.
Yeah, I would too. But it's not happening.
Not in the cards, I doubt it. Yeah.
No, Kirshner won most of his matches actually.
Like the Goldberg of his time.
But he mostly just wrestled the Iron Sheik or Nikolai Volkov.
Right.
Because of the jingoism.
Yeah. Because of the jingoism and all. Iron Mike. That's right. The original Iron Mike.
Yeah.
What's the score there? Somebody.
USA?
6-5.
No.
USA champ.
Where's the bathroom? Look at that kid. Talking to the ushers.
How many guys have been pitched to the ropes on the
I know.
floor
And a
tonight?
ton of. Yeah, like these boards are getting a fucking beating tonight. No scrotum untorn. That's what you're missing, Johnny. No scrotum untorn. That's our title tonight.
Put that on the marquee. Oh, he's really hanging out.
Yeah.
There's a scrotum.
We'll see.
What was that? What was that pan there? Sharp camera to the side. Someone was expecting something.
Our 51st state, my ball.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go Sharp.
Yeah. Time to bring back Iron Mike. As our
Canada's
representative
greatest
in
athlete. He is Canada's greatest athlete.
2025.
We need a new one.
If you were gonna ever Frankenstein somebody, look at this guy.
Yeah.
He is Frankenstein. That's
Yeah,
what Kelly's
exactly.
always said. That's what he thought his gimmick is that he's been lobotomized, right? And that
He's Canada's greatest Frankenstein.
I remember, Kelly, you said that a while back.
Did I?
Yeah, that.
And then
Like,
he just gets-
I can't figure out what his gimmick is. I think maybe he's been lobotomized.
He
It's
got
like a
the
Right.
abnormal brain.
That makes sense.
I just want to put this in the ether. Canada's greatest Frankenstein.
That's a great
Oh,
title, too.
kick out by Mike.
Come on.
Go,
Go,
Mike,
Sharp.
go.
Turn it.
Go,
No.
Mike, go.
Yeah. God
hey,
save
no, stop,
our
stop, stop, stop.
gracious queen.
I don't want to do this anymore.
The dreaded small package.
Come on, Shark. Come on,
Let's go,
Shark.
Shark. Let's go, Shark.
Kicking out everything.
Suddenly steamed.
He's still got it.
Yes, nice.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go, Shark.
What's he got? What's he got? Oh, he's
Why
stumped.
did
Yes.
you wait until now to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, now the evil Canadian foreign object.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Cheese curds.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's some cheese
fermented.
curd. It's some cheese curd.
fermented poutine.
Well, no, hold on.
Powdered milk.
It's a foreign object, so obviously
Oh yeah.
something. It's something we imported.
Oh shit! No, that was
We
it.
smelled it.
That we had a
smelled it coming.
chance. Yeah. Tabernac.
He smelled it.
No.
No,
That's it.
he knew what it
Rats.
smelled like because Kirshner's a fraud. And he went to Canada and didn't actually serve.
He gave us hope. He gave us hope. This is cruel.
By Corporal Kirshner.
And here's another thing that was terrible about Corporal Kirshner: the name.
I know.
You're trying to replace Sergeant Slaughter, so you make him a
Kirshner.
corporal.
Kirshner.
The only
Yeah,
the,
one of the
and then
lowest
Kirshner.
ranks. Yeah.
Kirshner.
Yeah.
It's the worst name.
But Captain
Private.
Kirshner is right there.
Oh, not these guys. We're going to the
I guess-
VFW and have a feud with Kirshner later.
Vince was hedging his bets with the name, I guess.
But corporal's higher than like a private. Like it's still, there's still
Dude,
some sort of.
the most famous corporal at that time was Corporal
Klinger.
Klinger and Corporal Radar O'Reilly.
Yeah, but that's still like middle management, is
I
it
mean,
not?
that was the #1 show on TV for many years.
I mean, like
love
he could
that.
have started him at
Everyone
corporal
watched
and
the
maybe.
finale.
That's a good idea. I mean, if you think about him as being like an underdog, I'm half joking now, but he could have like worked his way up the ranking. Right?
They should have given him the Klinger gimmick that they gave to Guts. And he could have been Corporal
That would have
Klinger.
been the
Ahead of their
attitude
time.
era.
Yeah, the progressive Vince McMahon.
Okay, one last match before the main event, and it's got one of our faves. in
Oh,
it.
is that Super Jack Tony Atlas?
Holy
No, it's
smokes.
Super Jack Ted Arcidi.
Oh, Ted Arcidi, Jesus.
And Barry O, baby. I
Barry.
love it.
Oh,
Who is this? Who is this ring announcer tonight?
Don't know.
He's,
There it is. Fuck yeah.
It's a no.
With authority. He did that with as much confidence as Elon did his Nazi salute.
You know, if Elon had just done the O, I could say, well, he is autistic.
Well, that would have turned. That would have
changed all
turned
the
you around
rules.
entirely.
That would've turned me around.
Trump for life. That's an O.
Gosh.
Oh god.
I'm a one-issue voter.
The participants in the 2010 Open Invitational Battle Royal, part of WrestleMania 2.
I love the kind of turn and look like, you guys believe this?
Yeah.
Oh, Arcidi was notoriously horrible.
Oh, really?
As a
Let's see what we get out of here.
Oh,
I don't
no.
think it looks like they're gonna. Well, that early start made me think they weren't going to give them much time.
I won't spoil it for you.
Moss. So again, at this time, me and my buddy Joey were teenagers watching this, and we were getting the appreciation of who's good and who's not.
Yeah.
We'd grown into that, and we remember watching Arcidi and just being like, Jesus Christ, this guy sucks.
But he got
all body.
he got an LJN figure, right?
Yes, he did.
Oh, sure. Because, I mean, let's say you're a toy manufacturer.
Yeah.
How are you not going to make him?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
That's
Oh,
just
yeah,
the one
right,
that comes
right.
out by default.
yeah. no sculpting required. It just whoop.
It's called the Ram Man.
I could be in
Yeah.
from Eternia. I could be from Eternia.
Yeah.
Arcidi, man.
I did not expect to see.
I do like how he keeps demonstrating that his arms can move
Ginzo.
in a
Call him
range of motion.
Ginzo.
Because I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah,
he
let's
was
get a
the
Barry O
most
victory
like an
tonight.
LGN figure in real life.
If we can't get some of our other favorites winning tonight, let's get a Barry O win it, if nothing else.
Yeah.
No.
And no, I think we're wrong.
But, hey,
Yeah.
much like what happened to me on election night, don't get your fucking hopes up.
Take somebody like a Barry O, make you look like a fool. Huh?
How can someone this talented lose to someone this fucking terrible? Is what we're gonna see right now.
But also, is Barry O that talented?
Yes, we've
He's-
seen him
he's
have great
fine.
matches. Barry
We
O is
have,
good.
we have.
Have we great?
Fine, I wouldn't say great. He's fine.
Very good, maybe.
I think
seen
I
enough
think
matches.
I think it's honestly a pretty good representation of the.
I'm not saying
fine.
I'm not saying Kamala Harris was
gonna
Harris
change
is
the world.
Was the Terry
Yes,
Funk, is
yes.
the Terry Funk of politics.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
but-
I think it's a pretty good
Maybe
representation.
she was the Barry O.
She was the
Might
Barry
have
O.
been the Barry
You're
O.
right. This is a great representation of what we just watched.
And Barry O's the uncle of Randy Orton. Moss.
Oh.
and brother of Cowboy Bob Orton, who at this point here is a big star there. And he's not allowed to use his real last name because
No, just
brother's
like Lanny
a big star.
Or well,
and
Papa
we're
was the
not.
last name, real last name.
So he's Barry.
Ouch, I do.
Oh.
Oh.
I want Randy Orton just once before he retires to just be Randy O for
Yeah,
Awesome.
totally.
dude,
Oh,
dude,
man.
he's a
Should be
he's a
now.
chill dude. He's become a chilled out stoner who's in ring one of my favorite guys right now. I'm sure you can suggest. And he likes to be
Yeah.
on Twitch, Travis, and play video games. You
I
find
know.
him and suggest, hey, do Randy O. Oh, I love it, bro.
Yeah.
with a hometown favorite.
I would start watching
All right.
wrestling again if he did.
Quick.
Hometown favorite.
Bear hug. Bear hug.
What? No, see, he stinks.
Early back knee, early 80s back knee.
Yep.
You know, Laura, take a good look at him. His biceps are bigger than his calves.
Not as big as
Oh.
those, but
But
also
his
not
penis is
quite
as big as a penis.
Let's go back and take a
But
look.
also quite large are those pimples.
Right here, there was, you know,
His pimples are as large as his adrenal glands.
get those eyes out of sight, but
Another very
Oh.
specific fetish.
Shortest
Gorilla.
match of the
take a look at him. World's strongest human, Ted Arcidi.
The world's
world's
strongest
strongest
human.
human.
Strongest.
Hilarious.
Hey,
Had to make that
you know what? Come on. Politically correct gorilla.
Could he
Politically
be?
correct gorilla is
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
we're
Not as
Yeah, that's like
expanding
gorillas.
the-
Now gorillas standing up for gorillas, I think.
Uh-huh.
He could
Well,
not
maybe.
defeat a gorilla.
Hey, speaking of, okay, hey, we
There
say
we
his
go.
name a few times, and here we go.
Yeah, Moss was prophetic with who we're gonna see.
I
Right
love
from the first match.
Gorilla and Funk always having this. It's so great, man.
Oh,
And
maybe
Mel
that's
Phillips
why.
is
Maybe
there,
that's
too.
why. Maybe that's why the pedophile is down there because Funk had gotten heat by beating the shit out of Mel Phillips on
Yeah.
television.
Mhm.
So yeah.
One of the more disturbing things I saw as a kid in wrestling was that
Oh, jeez.
segment.
It's even more disturbing because when you saw it as a kid, you felt bad for Mel Phillips.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you
I
watch
did.
it and you're like, ugh.
Now I would, yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. But as a kid, I thought, my God,
I was
Racist
14
man.
I was like 15-ish, and I thought it was hilarious because he put his hat on. What the fuck? You don't put a man's cowboy hat on.
You can put his hat
wow,
on.
look at that
Uh-huh.
woman.
You can't
is
put
super
Funk's
psyched for
hat
the
on.
Hulkster.
No.
Ugh.
Elaine Boozler's in her Hulkamania race on.
Because was it real American
Nice.
at this time?
Oh,
And JYD. Good
Look at it.
question.
Look at him biting the headband like he used to.
Junkyard Dog and World's Heavyweight Champion. Hulk Hogan.
Speaking of LJN figures, I just got a JYD from Value Village for $10 a couple days ago.
Nice.
nice.
Pretty good condition, except someone like melted his nose off at some. You can't really notice it unless you look really close.
Did I ever tell you about the time I tried
What does
to
that,
get high?
what does
by
that say about the poor junkyard dog?
Yeah, that was
You're like, someone melted his face off, but can't even tell.
freebasing.
The doll was coming to life and freebasing, just like the real junkyard dog.
Thump.
Thump.
I remember
The best.
What a super team.
if Moose was in the chat, he would
It is
say
a super
it says he's supporting Trump.
Yeah,
There's
unfortunately,
those stairs.
if you kind of squint,
Yeah,
poor
he's
image transfer.
He's the
on the
Herschel,
red.
He's the Herschel Walker of the golden
Yeah,
age of
yeah.
WWF.
It is a little triggering.
Hey, you know what?
That's the
Junkyard
right
Dog's a
colors,
great
too.
man. Let's not do that. This
Right,
shit's fucking good,
as he
dude.
puts a chain around a man's neck.
That's
What a
right.
great man.
Around a
He's
redneck
gonna
fucking
shake.
yeah.
He's gonna choke this man out.
Oh, dude, around a redneck named Haas's neck.
That's
Yeah,
Haas.
I am cheering that. Thank you.
Hell of a time trying to assemble any order.
I'm cursing.
There's a man's chain, Gorilla.
Dude, I love that Hogan is wearing the bandages because he's still selling that
Right.
Bundy broke
Yeah.
his ribs.
Yeah.
Finally, we got 2 men out and 2 men
He's got white
Hogan
knee
and
pads for some
JYD did
reason.
not team together very often, man. And there was a period where that was the number 1 and number 2.
Right.
Yeah, right
Like,
now
I'm
I would say they
surprised
were
it.
1 and 2.
Yeah. Like this is your rock and wrestling.
referee down.
They, I mean, maybe not on
Or this match will
tape,
be over in a hurry.
but they teamed at house shows somewhat
Yeah.
often in like this.
Yeah, so we get
in
everybody
this,
excited.
I
in
don't
this,
appreciate being called a racist, dude.
yeah.
Tune into the latest Mystery Titans Theater, brother. You'll see me.
As the
Yeah.
Teaming with my
I
good
was teaming
friend.
with Jay
Gotta go
going
dog,
White.
dude.
So if you got a problem with me, you got a problem with Kelly Nelson, Johnny Hedgesmith, and Travis Alonso. What? No, no. Our lives are ruined. Our lives are fucking ruined.
Entice the dog back towards his own corner. Dog's too smart for that.
This is exactly what the LGN dog figure is like, the red tights. And the
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but he has the chain on him, doesn't he? That's the problem.
I didn't. Oh, did he come with a chain?
Pretty? Oh no,
The
maybe
LGN?
not.
I
Some,
don't
no,
think
no,
it's-
it's Jake has the snake
Jake
on
has
him.
the
That's
snake.
what it is.
There
That's
was a
what
few
it is.
options. There was a Jake, but didn't have the snake, and there was a Harley Race, but he didn't have the crown. So I couldn't get him. And then there was Outback Jack, who had his hat, of course, and he was like pristine, like nobody.
Wow.
Outback Jack. So I chose JYD.
That's a mistake.
Uh-oh.
Fine choice.
So dumb.
Yeah.
What a dumb bit.
But it's
It works.
It was
Terry
scientific.
Funk. Because
Yeah.
Terry Funk is such a master at going.
Yeah.
We'll take it to this level of dumb, and
Yeah.
then bring it right back and still hold the crowd in there.
No, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, when he does it, it works.
And now he's like, well, I did a,
Dory
well,
bleached
I did a
blonde.
little dumb shit. Let's bring in my brother. He'll do a little dumb
Dory.
shit right now too. Look, this is great. Dory's like, huh? Wait, what? Huh? That is so great. You know, I gotta be honest. We've watched a lot of the Funks in Japan. Those epic matches.
Yeah.
I prefer watching Dory and Terry Funk doing ridiculous Three Stooging.
Yeah,
Uh,
just slapstick comedy.
Stooging
That's
heels.
fucking great.
Yeah, it's totally different than their
the matter?
Japanese matches.
Just showing that they can do it.
Wow.
That's
That's why Terry
the kind-
Funk is considered the greatest of all time.
but like, yeah. Also, that's the kind of stuff that used to be at least.
Trash in the ring.
At
I
house
believe
shows,
there's a fight somewhere.
but at
Yeah.
house shows, up until recently, where guys would just go, "Hey, let's do some silly shit and make the crowd laugh." But you would never show it that kind of thing on television.
Right.
Is there a kayfabe reason? They mentioned the
The Bundy
ribs.
attack. Yeah.
Right,
It was
right.
on
Bundy attack,
Saturday's
yeah.
main event.
Yeah, he's been wearing. His ribs have been broken for months.
Yeah.
He's like Randy Orton, or pardon me,
Bob.
Bob Orton.
Bob Orton.
Well, no, it's also when he comes to the ring at WrestleMania 2, he can
Yeah.
tear them apart.
Then he tears
Tear
it
it
off
off.
finally.
Right.
As Elvira,
Soft tissue. Yeah, they're
Yes.
talking about now.
The
Elvira
greatest,
screams for blood.
the greatest one night only commentary team ever. Jesse, Elvira, and Lardell. It is legit a great like Elvira's.
She's not bad. It's a lot
Very
of fun.
good.
Because I'm a fucking weirdo. I love Vince, Susan St. James, and who was with them? Or is it just?
I think
Vince
it was just
Susan
Vince
St.
and
James?
Susan.
Yeah. I
It's
watched
so
that recently.
fucking
That was the
awful
first
and
thing we
weird.
watched on Netflix of the free stuff. I put that on.
WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
That's what hooked me on wrestling originally.
I have a lot of love for it. It's not a great show, but I have a lot of love for it because I got
Just tripping in the.
there's some good stuff. on it.
Is this like the Three Stooges?
So good.
It is.
Like that. Yeah. Back to those. Hey, enjoy those. Hey, Dory, while you're out there, enjoy those stairs, will you?
Because you've got fucking Hogan in there.
stairs
This
are
crowd's going
tremendous.
nuts. You can do all this shit to stretch out time and not take any bumps as necessary.
No.
Just make the crowd go.
Against Hogan, he was so over you didn't have to.
Well, as Dory gets, as this happens.
Kelly, we've probably talked about this before in the past, but there are like big boxing matches in Boston Gardens as well over time, right?
I'm not familiar with.
I've
I
never
mean,
heard of it.
Yeah, I mean MSG was a big.
I know that, yeah. So like naturally, I feel like Boston Gardens would have had some boxing matches too, right?
Probably, but not any of the main heavyweight.
Really? Okay.
No.
But like, I'm curious. I just long way of asking if those stairs, like, there might be a story about those stairs somewhere. Is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, they're unique to Boston Garden
Yeah,
with the railing. And,
Yeah,
and also these seats are unique too.
double
They're
seat,
attached.
double chin shot for the kidneys.
I made, doggone it, I made sure that these stairs were at
Eat a
wrestling ring heights,
branding there.
not boxing ring heights. Doggone it.
And everybody uses the rail. Everybody uses the railing when they go up it. It's there. Like,
Well,
watch,
it's there,
see,
you
there's
got
it.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the Bruno stairs and the Killer Kowalski railings.
Yeah.
The Pete Doherty men's room is like
Right, there you go.
Seriously, you guys,
you don't
I
wanna-
love these.
Don't want to go to that one.
We have to find every
But
fucking
that's where you go to get coke.
WWF
or, you know,
house show from the 80s and 70s. We just have to. These are my favorite, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it may not last on YouTube. I'm not sure, but oh well.
Yeah.
No, I think that I'm of the feeling that they're not really going to give all that much shit about content like this anymore.
It's so unpredictable. You never know.
Yeah.
Terrible Terry.
Well, especially because Triple H is going to watch one of our shows and just love
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna be.
And also, yes, we're gonna be the way to redeem fucking Terry Bollea's character.
it. No, what's going to happen? No,
Just
I
like
think
I
we've-
said, just
you know
like
what? You know what?
Boom and the Mayor.
We've already
I
talked about
told you
this.
guys.
We've already talked about this. Vince is going to want to start a new fucking company of his own, and he's going to reach out to us.
Oh, great.
Yes.
He's going to come across us.
Oh
on
my
YouTube
God.
and think we're fucking hilarious. Ha ha ha! Ropes jokes. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know
I'll
what?
sign away our
A bunch of-
We'll
souls.
send him to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Johnny and
Bucks.
Saudi Arabia.
Bucks and
He
bucks.
said like you get dibs on the bigger stadium because that's the one thing he got. Hilarious.
Just me on a plane with Vince, just trying desperately to come up with as many ropes jokes as I can before he gets tired of me and throws me out the
Yeah,
hatch.
the hatch. Yeah.
Who knows? You may get invited into one of his office parties.
Could be the new plane ride from hell.
There's no
Johnny-
party like
Well,
a
you're-
Vincey party.
You are Johnny, so you can be the new Laurinaitis.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey.
You're gonna be the one. You're gonna be his new. Oh
Head of
my God.
talent relations.
Yeah, but also when he has his new
Partner in
Janelle
Scat.
Grant. His new
Right,
Janelle
yeah.
Grant.
I mean, there's
yeah.
that, but he's not going to call me that. He's going to, dude. He's going to
Partner
look
in
at me.
Scat.
He's
Did
gonna
you
look at me
say
and call-
Kelly? Partner in
gonna call me
Scat is a
Howard.
great name for this show.
What was that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Partner in Scat.
Sorry, I had to go there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: when Senile Vince has hired me and I'm around him, he's going to just call me Howard. He's gonna look at me and my build and my bald fucking head. And, Howard, come over here and wipe my ass. Oh. Johnny,
You're
sir.
gonna become his
Howard.
caretaker. You're gonna be like his
Oh,
like.
yeah,
Who's the
you have
guy who looked
experience, a lot of
after?
experience.
Who looked after Andre? Paul? What?
Tim White, like Tim,
Tim
White.
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 That's gonna be you and Vince.
Was
Living on
it
a
partners
ranch
or
somewhere.
partner? Because that's really fucking good.
What's that?
Your title is it partners or
Say it. What was the full title again?
Gonna be
partners? Was it partners or partner in Scrat? I need this.
Partner in Scat.
Partners and
Thank you
Scat.
very much.
Partners and
Thank you very much.
Holy shit! Fuck yeah! This is an
Is
all-time
that
great.
wrist tape?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
House show.
This was a great house show. Yeah.
Scatman McMahon. You've got the shitting.
He's gonna shit. He's gonna poop. He's like trying to keep it for the PG era. We can do.
Oh no!
Oh shit! Oh,
yeah.
no. Well, that.
Oh my
This got
God!
over.
Oh my
Boston
God!
wasn't notoriously
Boston.
My Boston
Holy
goes
shit.
crazy. Boston goes. See,
Yeah,
if I was
oh,
a
no,
racist,
see.
hey brother, if I was
Exhibit A.
Well, I have saved the junkyard dog.
Exhibit A, brother. Exhibit A. Exhibit A is Boston Garden, March 8th, 1986.
So you can take those racist accusations, dude, and shove them up your butt.
Well, that was quite a mix-up.
Hilarious.
Wow.
I can't blame
Hulk Hogan just saved the junkyard dog
Yeah.
from a lynching in Boston.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mystery Titans Theater.
Yeah, Crazy.
Let's get the official word.
Jesus Christ. Get that rope fucking away.
Super Mario at ringside.
What's the hold on did I just a pop out of?
Dude, that was fucked up, man. Like, seriously. Seriously, dude, they tried to kill me. All right, another day at the job, amen. No, dude, like that was fucked. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Like that's what I would be like. Jesus Christ. Those guys tried to kill me. We're gonna do a pose down now, brother. No, fuck you.
Oh, wait,
Fuck you. I was just almost. I saw my relatives, man. Recently.
I get it, brother. I get it, brother. Dude, listen, I'm taking off my bandages in solidarity.
No.
Hogan literally thought the cameras stopped so he could shake
that
hands
was
with the
fucked
black
up,
guy
man.
and take off the bandages.
Stop working the gimmick, brother.
Uh-huh.
Let's do some poses.
He's just gonna make the face. Like he's just gonna make the face. I can still make the face. Yeah, this is rock and wrestling peak, right?
Not the peak, but not too far.
In the mid of it, right?
86
Yeah.
was on fire, dude. WrestleMania 2 was a big fucking flop generally, but everything was on fire.
We got-
What the fuck is this?
Oh no! Don't
This
do
a
it.
Hogan mask.
Now you're
Now you're white.
I've got to find a way to make
dear
that
God, That's gonna be in my
That
night.
thing is
I'm gonna make that
Look at the hair.
the
Was that
thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
Remind me, you guys. Remind me. I keep forgetting
to
to.
brother. I remember when I said, "Hey, can we make a giant scary mask out of your face?" And I said, "Yeah, but giant hair, no bald." That thing is huge. Nothing but hair.
That was hilarious.
It was like the Crypt Keeper.
Now let's go
Yeah,
back
totally.
to the attempted lynching.
A young Crypt Keeper. Crypt
The
Keeper
Crypt
in
Keeper
college.
was the Hulkamaniac
Crypt
in
Keeper.
Boston.
Crypt Keeper, the college years.
being in Boston Garden. Your dog was lynched.
Fitting because eventually Dory Funk would look like the Crypt Keeper.
Crypt Keeper, right?
It does to this day, I'm sure.
They ought to reboot it, but no puppet, just Dory Funk
Save a ton of money.
Saying the bad puns.
It's like Ronald Reagan would have been the perfect prune face and Dick Tracy, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Will Tracy. The champion Hulk Hogan with his new partner, the Junkyard Dog, really doing a number on the Funk Brothers.
Very, very close to it. In fact,
You partner my
you
ass.
could argue the point there and say that they didn't lose that much at all.
Don't forget, wrestling fans, coming up April 7th, a Monday night.
The camera's over here, gorilla. Fuck you.
So this was their last
Cheerio.
house show in Boston before
Yeah.
Mania 2.
Mania 2, yeah.
All right.
So what's this all about?
This is in wow. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it together here.
Is Watto dead?
Yeah, there was it recently in the comics. It was announced that Watto was killed.
No.
Yeah, so there's been a bit of a thing, and I've had some friends reach out including the man who was supposed to be on this show tonight, Todd Quality, who told us, I stand here tonight speechless. We lost a good creature tonight in the intergalactic child slave trade racket. I'm not exactly sure what Watto was, except for a damn good junker and a child slave master. Cheers to you, Big W. And television star of the 100, Boom Pro Wrestling personality, Sachin Sahel, reached out and said, Watto, or he said, what do you say about Watto? He was not the best. Well, he might not have been the purest of characters. He was, even if he complained, a man of his words. He spoke highly of young Annie and was aware of his talents, even if he was being braggadocious about owning him. I'll skip to the end. He said it again. What do you say about Watto? He gave Anakin the training he needed, the location and parts to give a C-3PO. As far as we can tell, was good enough to Shmi to raise a healthy, happy, confident, intelligent young boy who'd eventually, very eventually, bring balance to the Force. Yeah, he couldn't be fooled by mind tricks, and maybe in the time we're living now, is a person on the wrong side of the line I can appreciate. Rest in peace, Watto, you semi-useful character.
You know, they had to put me in the ground right away because it's part of the culture of what we're doing here. You notice the nose? Look at the big nose.
I know. Yep, and he's gone now. And yeah, there's been a lot of
a dollar's a dollar. Lucas pays $1.
It's like the Ferengis. The Ferengis.
The voice actor died? What the fuck is this?
No, he died in the comics. The Ferengis. People say that the Ferengis walked so Watto could run.
The Ferengis. Okay, the Ferengis were just up to, originally just up to the line.
They drew the line.
And then on Deep Space Nine, they made the Ferengis a spoof of Americans.
Yeah.
But Watto. Wow. In a movie.
Watto, something else entirely. Watto's his own Watto.
Only money.
Mm-hmm. And also two-sided dice.
Two-sided dice.
I know it looks like 6, but it's only got 2 colors. We call it a chance cube. It's basically a coin.
Chance cube.
It makes little difference. All right. Well, thank everybody for joining us tonight. I saw it probably more than any movie in the theater.
I saw it twice in the theater and
probably saw it 7 or 8 times. There's Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis.
Every time I get an Evo car, it feels as though Warwick Davis was just driving it previously.
Greg Proops, who did a voice on this, he doesn't look Jewish like I do.
All right. Thank you, Moss, for joining us.
Thank you, Watto. Thank you, guys.